What? No, it's the water tunnel resolution. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and close the door. He can sneak in when he gets here. Welcome to Nycos D&D Cauldron Triumphant, the water/ton resolution. Before we get to our story so far, I wanted to let my players introduce themselves, and you can explain what little that we talked about as far as the philosophy of how you see your character's veil. And if you don't agree with the one that you have, we can definitely change that. So you're going to give your character's class, name, race, and what veil you hail from or believe you should be, and then why. One or two lines only, and I'm going to start to my left.
You think
stage left to my right here.
Marker?
What's that?
Black marker.
You need to remake a new tag?
Well, this is Mary of Elwindale, and I'm not.
I got you.
I think you left yours left here last
She
week.
did, and I can't find it. Somebody, more than likely, one of the other cleanup crews decided to pick it up. So go ahead, Rosama, Phil, start us up.
Okay, I play Rosama. I am a human rogue sorcerer. I guess I would be Black Veil. But I believe in freedom from veils, so I don't know how that works.
Okay, so absolute denial of any veil, you would still be by everyone else called a brown veil.
Oh.
Literally means you're listless. You haven't made any decisions. You have no commitment to your agenda. You just kind of bounce around. See, that's really I don't see you as that. I see you as more like, no, I get to have freedom to do what I want, and that actually puts you in the black veil no matter what.
Well,
that's my take on it.
that's just your opinion.
That's
man.
right, my own opinion. So he's brown.
That's
He's
just
brown
your
slash
opinion,
black.
man.
I am Jace. I play the half-elf Lord Bard. The color veil, it would be purple. Represents forbearance and impulse, which my character does both from time to time. More forbearance than impulse.
I was setting myself to your hair.
You had to go there. You had to go there.
I didn't say ropes.
It's true. It's true.
Hi, my name is Allie. I play Yamara, the human barbarian. I believe that would be Black Veil, though she doesn't really believe in the veils. She believes in her city, which is Cauldron, and she wants to keep her city safe.
So she's the Green Arrow. or Team Flash, depending on which show you want to watch, because they both have that
More
attitude.
Team Flash.
There you go.
I am Kush Longpipe. I am a gnome druid / rogue. And I am of the Orange Veil, for I am YOLO.
That's YOLO.
YOLO actually would be technically yellow, just for clarification, because YOLO means you try everything all the time. But orange is more along the line of something happened, I'm rolling with it. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Whether I be rich or poor, prince or, I don't know, king of Jadaroon.
Yeah, or in a shirt and
A belt and
A
scrubbing
belt.
scrubbing grills with your
and scrubbing grills.
with your feet.
With your feet.
You know, whatever happens.
I'm Jean. I play Mary of Elwindale. I'm a cleric of Zephyr. My aspect is blue.
To clarify.
To clarify, I do not believe in the veil. I have a God. I have seen him. I believe in what is good for the many is good for all. I believe justice is more important than law. And I try to
It means I have to be the only one meting out justice.
and I believe in working towards that goodness.
I play Cord, the Goliath fighter, and I'm Orange Veil, recently converted.
Sort of.
Because my character, while woefully misguided, is an optimist, I guess.
You don't see yourself as one?
What? I mean,
How do you not? Like,
okay, yeah.
as long as you're getting paid in soup, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good
There we go.
soup.
Yeah,
There you go.
There we go.
I make good soup for you.
Good for you. Alrighty, so our story so far, before we get to that, next piece we got to do real quickly is the updates on what's going on in the rest of the world.
Today's news story.
Exactly. Nothing nearly as dire as the things that are happening really on Earth, so let's talk about what's happening on a fun place. First of all, we're going to start in Myrmidon in Shadis. And this is one of the rare opportunities in these reports where I actually have a direct quote from someone who was impacted by the situation. The one thing to note is that this is not the same story that we covered last week. As you may recall, last week's report, a certain fish had lost one of its hands and was bemoaning the lack of its appendage.
What's a fish?
A fish is a pescatine, a fish man. He's a sec-gen of the fish type. And this week, it's comes to us again from Shadis, and the quote is, "Woe is me, for I, the most handsomest and talentedest thief in all of Shadis, has lost my most dexterous hand to a booby trap deep within an ancient ruin of ancient technology. Who cares about this other technology when I don't have my hand any longer?"
Wait. What do you say about himself? The most dexterous what?
Hand.
No.
Thief.
Yeah, thief. Called himself a thief.
Oh, okay.
You could, anybody else might have called him a rogue.
Hmm.
Most handsomest and most talented.
Eat.
Yes. Meanwhile, in Bambri, a second foray into the Temple of Taras netted but a little. An awakening had occurred in the ancient and an ancient power had awakened as the party discovered that they were being tested by an ancient force. 3 tests down, 2 in failure, and 1 in success. 2 tests remain. They must pass 3. Will they make it, or will they find their end in the ruins of Taras? Meanwhile, in Eldrasar, only 2 days out of port, and the crew of the Borealis has found new allies in a group of chromatic dragonborn. Because of the fact that their paladin has now found himself to be instead somewhat of an oath breaker, they signed allegiances on the basis that we can share our common lawfulness.
What? Oh, that's gonna work.
Callisto has found people who claim her to be one of the chosen and have offered her a position in their forming new government of a land they call Draconia.
Well, that's gonna work out.
The vessel Borealis had been boarded by a band of kobolds under the control of the Draconian government, but it has since been liberated as the crew of the Borealis did agree to be couriers for the new forming government. More on that next week. Moving on.
Been there.
Farthful, near the Sanguine Ziggurat. After wandering the border between Trundlesput and Turkun, the adventurers noted an armed column moving eastward and southward along the road. Diverging to avoid conflict with that said army, they instead found themselves encountered by an outrider band of that force, and after an altercation that nearly became violent, moved on, encountered an ensnared green dragon, which they left alive in the hopes that they could come back someday and liberate it and change its mind. They then discovered that a sect of Red Veil had set up camp at a place called the Sanguine Ziggurat and are now going to enter said ziggurat in order to find what secrets the cult there holds. And so now we return to Nycos Cauldron Triumphant and our story so far. We are somewhere in the third iteration in a village known as Bridgewater that stands as a functional border between the Florentine area and the Swarthier Plains. This is somewhat east of the city of Cauldron, which at this point is a beautifully risen spire that carries a completely different name. It is currently called the city of Trantor, and is said to be a mobile city, that it seems to be able to float from place to place. The adventurers have recently returned from a short foray into that location to return an item that they've been requested to carry, a block of adamantium. Along the way, I'm going to let the rest of this be told by our esteemed former king Kush, as he was personally on the scene. So, Kush, what happened? Microphone turns to you.
Sorry, Johnny, I'm not prepared. So, on our way to what is it? Trantor. We found like these guards that totally knew us and knew like us going there. So me and Ralgrim, Jay, stop looking at me like that. It's me and Ralgrim. Remember who was with me? Ralgrim was with me. So they're like, hey, we'll totally do the rest of your mission for you if you just meet our Wizard King. And we're like, oh, sure, that seems cool. Now we don't have to drag it along. So we left it with them. They should have been back. Hopefully they did that. Remind me to check in on that. From there, we met the Wizard King. He was kind of aggressive. Howard of Gaul.
Howard of Gaul.
His name is Howard of Gaul. He said that I should return the item that I should not say out loud, Miri.
I know nothing.
If I returned it to him, then we could go home. But I don't want to do that because I don't have it.
There is that small technicality.
Rosamund has it.
What?
And he took it away from me because, thunder, flashing, lightning, all that kind of stuff. So he has it, so I couldn't exactly give it to him. Remember, Ralgrim was there.
Right.
And
yeah, he didn't want to admit that he didn't do anything about it, so he's...
He's so quiet right now.
So...
This may be the quietest we've seen Ralgrim for in a long time.
Right.
And he's not even making any bird noises right now. He must still be nesting.
Yeah.
It's the nesting phase.
He's
not laying
in his
eggs.
brooding. He's brooding right now.
How many eggs?
I gave him a stone egg, so he's just sitting on that.
Nice.
Trying to.
He's just like crossing his arms, like.
And going,
Ow.
ska!
What do you think, Ralgrim? Ska!
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
everything's a new experience for him, so...
Ska!
Yeah. So that's what happened to us. What happened here?
I don't know, I've just been chillaxing.
Nice.
Oh, we found out about these bug guys that are like invading this area.
No, there's some goblins out in the forest.
What?
What?
They call them pilgrims. because they look like they're praying and they look like they're hooded figures, but really they're like insect guys. Yeah, heard about those guys. But I'm sure it'll never come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about goblins?
Oh, I was told they were goblins. I
There's
saw something.
I'm sorry?
I saw something, or,
When you went out to see the farm?
yeah,
Yeah.
I saw goblins. Was it goblins or something else?
Well, I'm trying to think of where specifically. You're talking about the pilgrims?
No, one of his. I think
No,
the farmer or
somebody in
someone
the
told me
forest.
Farmer told.
there was goblins in the forest or something.
Right, there are goblins in the forest. And you saw something, but you didn't make out what it was.
Okay.
That was intentionally Jonathan pulling a red herring, seeing if I could pull Miri into a single-handed combat, and you successfully avoided the trap. So
I'm not a combat person. I'll heal anybody.
I got
who
you.
goes
I
in.
got you. I'm just saying that literally was. You were with Cord at the time, I think. It was
Yeah.
before you got him to the Millers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I knew I could probably get Cord to get into a fight, but I didn't know if I could pull Miri.
Remember, I tell my players there's goblins in the forest. That's code for it's XP makeup time. So like, I would jump for that.
There's 24,000 goblins in that
Yes.
forest. Let's
They're
get
all
you
standing
to
in.
level
They're
7.
all standing in line.
Yeah.
With a number 21, 22.
They're all in a straight line in front
Exactly.
of this ballista. That's just real tight, just real ready to just snap at any second. And someone would just walk up and
Just take them all out. Jonathan, the DM's DM.
Master of the universe. No, that's another guy. He wears a loincloth and carries a sword, and I don't believe him.
Yes.
All right, so we were on the verge of the circus performances, were we not? Tonight was the first full night of the circus.
You signed us up for the circus?
Oh no, it wasn't me.
No.
No one signed you up for it. It actually just showed up in town.
Oh.
I heard Cord was.
Cord was being
Oh, Cord
being courted as he was being recruited for the circus.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
So was I.
Yeah, Mora was too.
Oh, Amora.
Yeah, as a team of the world's strongest.
Oh.
I would have made a better strong man than you.
She showed you better on the hammer, so.
And eating contest.
That's
You
true.
know what?
Yeah.
who knew the world's strongest man was a woman?
I guess my guns.
Person with two thumbs sitting over there.
Are you guys getting back, or
They're back.
they're back?
We are back.
Okay, let's walk out of this place and go home.
What?
Let's walk out of this place and go home.
Well, that doesn't change anything. The storm's still gonna be here.
Are you kidding? I can't leave. I earn 3 copper a week. I'm set for life.
Oh, buddy. Buddy.
They're gonna give you a bull life.
Why would we leave? The gods are dead.
That's why I want to leave.
And apparently took Ralgrim too.
So we can. That's a good idea. So we can kill the gods in our time. Just look how great it is
Now
now.
that we know.
Now we know that it's possible.
Oh. I mean,
This is not
I'm
our
good.
time. Look at this storm. Remember, it said that the storm will stop when what is taken is returned. What
Right.
disappeared into time needs to be returned to the proper time.
Who told you that?
Zephyr told me. Specific.
Zephyr.
Oh,
It was
definitely
a
not that guy.
divination before we got stuck in this place.
There wasn't somebody with the last name Brown.
Zephyr Brown.
What?
Is there any reason
You
to
wouldn't
stay
know.
here?
Don't
Why
worry
don't we
about it.
why don't we just try to
References.
leave?
Well, because if we don't resolve this, then the city of Bridgetown is engulfed in a time sphere.
No.
Yeah.
We are in a time sphere. It is still where it is.
Make a perception test, everybody.
Who, me?
Yep, everybody.
Ooh. That's good.
16.
31.
Everybody?
Everybody gets to make a check.
15 plus
My
Okay.
natural 1, I get a 16.
So you get the same build at plus
Yeah.
10 that he does. Did you guys find a loophole in the rogues?
Whoa!
Boom.
Okay,
You
fine.
found a
20.
loophole in the rogues, did we?
Expertise.
Now
in
everyone.
looking.
So
We
any,
just turn around
Total is
simultaneously. We go.
nobody
dear
was
God.
under a 12.
What was
Modified 1.
perception?
Modified one. Ooh, a rock.
Actually, I imagine it more like this. He actually walks by the window haphazardly, catches his sleeve, and pulls the curtain open. Looking out the window, passing by the window.
And she says,
What's your
no,
spouse's first name?
Do you remember?
Lady.
Damn, you
Talia?
don't even remember.
No,
You gotta look to notes. You gotta look to notes.
Your wife.
You gotta look your.
The love of his life is looking up in a book.
Yeah, forced marriage, love of my life.
Forced.
I
Natural.
I
Look
had
at he came back
You
and he
forced her
was
to marry
married.
you?
He didn't know he was married.
Yours the nat. You got the nat 20. Good. Yeah, it
yeah,
applied.
Talia.
It just-
26.
It's Talia, right?
See
Yeah.
everything.
So you're the
31.
okay. Everyone turns to look out the window as he walks by because he pulls the curtain open, and your first impulse is, "Crap! They can see us through the window." But looking out the window without almost by impulse, Umara her jaw basically falls to the ground as she looks out the window and sees Talia walk by. Now, what's
Talia.
interesting is that Talia, of course, is a gnome,
Light.
but she just walked by at window level. She's on
Talia.
stilts.
Yeah,
She's part
that's
of
what
the
I was thinking.
circus.
That's what I was thinking. Too.
Remember Keegan?
Yes.
Yes, it's like that. She's got these monstrously tall stilts, and she's walking down the street she's basically as she's walking along. There's a banner draped from her shoulders. And the banner says, "What was PT's last name?
Bosom.
PT Bosom's."
Buzz.
That's right. Yeah, right.
Barnum.
PT Bosom's Flying Circus.
She looked younger.
Well, like I said, the impulse is to think it's her, but it doesn't take long for you to realize it can't possibly be her because she's not even a twinkling in her great grandfather's eye at this point.
So it's Lynn's sister.
Who cares? Talia.
Shout out the window.
Yeah,
Go
Talia.
over.
Yeah.
She says, "I'm sorry. I am Olivia," and she does a tumble off of the stilts, and lands perfectly square on 2 feet. Does that little plie at the bottom, and you hear somewhere in the distance, "Ta ta!"
Oh. Hello.
She grabs the legs, leans him against the wall, and you'll notice there's steps on the insides of the legs. That's how she gets into them. So she's walking up the stilts 1 foot at a time as she comes to the window, and she peeks up at the edge. She goes, "Hi guys, I'm Olivia."
Hi, Olivia.
Hi.
Nice
you?
to meet you, Olivia.
Yes, it's Olivia.
This is King Kush of Cauldron.
No, just Kush. King.
King?
Just Kush long pipe. I throw a bread at him.
Okay, so Olivia, let me know what you think about this group of people that you're basically peering in the window at, and we'll go from there. So, right now she's like, "What's cooking? What's going on?
Nothing
You're
right
coming
now.
to the circus tonight, aren't you?"
Yeah, we had 2 performers.
Really? They agreed? Excellent. I'll go tell PT.
No.
Yep.
And before you know, she actually just basically does that little thing where she puts her feet on the outside
Can I-
and
What
just
if we
slides
told
down
you
the
we were
legs.
from the future?
Can I make a dex?
Throw another bread.
Can I
Let's
try
talk.
and grab
My
her?
head bald.
No, because you rolled so badly. You rolled that nat
No,
one. So
I
you
rolled
would've-
another nat one.
Nice, even better.
It's a disguise kit. He has a whole disguise kit. You could put a
Guys,
bald cap on.
let's
Oh.
try to get out of here.
She does chuckle because he tried to grab her. She chuckles on the way down. She goes, "Yeah, I think I should nominate the rest of you guys to be our clowns."
Oh.
That was a direct quote.
That was a direct quote.
You just signed me up for the Jubilee things, didn't you, Kush?
No, we can leave. We can leave. We get on our feet and we walk out the way we came in.
What?
We'll try leaving.
Why don't
Right.
we ever leave?
But we haven't.
We don't want to be here.
We don't?
At least one of us does, maybe two. Cord's liking his occupation at the Millers.
Listen, we can just be here
Three
forever.
copper.
A week.
3 copper a week and soup. All the soup you can eat.
Listen, we know all the problems of the
I'll
future.
pay you
For a
a
day.
gold a
We can
week
solve
if
them
you
in the
come
past.
home.
It's like they will never happen.
Not in this time frame and even here. So 1 copper a week is what the untrained.
You see our plate of problems?
Yeah, it's on the ground.
Yeah.
This
fact,
is the whole
is
plate on the
vacation.
ground.
In fact, the whole like
This is vacation
dish
time.
is disassembled and put itself back into the cupboard.
Yeah. I mean, this is vacation time.
I
Mary.
cannot stay here. I will not stay here. I'll find a way to go back.
Well,
I have no God here.
Yeah.
I am totally useless.
Mary,
you're
they
totally
gave
free.
you a medicine kit. It says medicine kit.
Yeah.
You could heal things with this band-aid.
With science.
1 or 2 points.
You're
You
Nancy,
know that.
Nancy always called it Black Veil. Huh?
It's you have the ability to still heal, and you have your maul. I don't see
Maul.
or your sword. Whatever you
I wanna go
do.
home. And the sooner the better. There's no reason for us to stay. This is not our time and place.
But we need to fix.
No, fix.
I think things are fixed now.
He can stay here forever.
Is that the choice? I'm going to stay here forever?
Well, not
Yeah,
forever.
you're totally a Black Veil.
Well,
You're totally
then-
black. There's no question that you're a Black Veil.
But
Free!
This is no vacation spot. This is not a vacation spot. It's not
Wait, I
home.
don't need to
It's
take
not any
pain.
place I know.
Don't need to worry about. Being attacked.
yeah,
Wait.
I mean, you're just scoring.
Excuse me.
I mean, oh,
No,
is that
no,
not a-
that's not a
that's
turn.
not a
Does
turn.
anybody
No,
know?
he's got none of that now.
See,
Maybe the things you lost.
my
Pride.
pants,
Self-respect.
Your gold
my-
swords.
my gold swords,
You stole me a
My-
hammer.
Your dignity.
my kingdom,
Your pipe.
my pipe.
Will Ferrell.
Something that was lost
Yeah, you left him behind.
from
Was
that
too
to
soon.
our
Nice.
time.
No, that was perfect.
Soon.
Oh, you heard one. Will Ferrell. And you're seeing a crack in his armor.
What's his face's great great granddaughter?
Will
You see a crack in whose armor?
You hear a
And
druid
you
cat.
see a
Yeah,
chink
Will
in
is not
King,
here.
King Kush.
Owl,
Yeah.
or not owls, wolves.
The entire-
howling
yeah.
around you.
Your city isn't here. I'm talking about Cauldron. I'm not talking about the other one you've already put way out of your mind.
Will Ferrell isn't here. Guys,
Jadaroon is not here.
Will Ferrell isn't here.
I think Jordan is here though.
Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah.
I mean, the Wizard King tried to sell me, giving back him the stone, and then I could be King of Jadaroon. Idiot. The Vanishing's there right now. Jesus.
Roll a wisdom save.
Damn
We just ascertained that your window is open.
it. That's a 24.
You hear feet scurrying away quickly from below the window.
I think do you think we better try and
I love it when you bare your soul without thinking.
Oh gosh. Well, looks like you're getting a divorce in the past.
Well, if she has heard what we've been talking about, I think maybe it's time to leave.
Meanwhile, someplace there's a young soon to be king of a gnomish nation going, what am I going to call my home? What am I going to call my home? He walks by a window. Yeah, the kingdom of Shadowrun. That's it!
I thought the kingdom was older.
It is.
It's, okay. Shadowrun is some place between the 5th and the 6th iteration. You are 2 iterations before that. That's how far back you've gone.
And he's going to be telling
You're
stories
back to a place.
all his
You're
offspring.
back to a place where the Eldrin are still called elves. You're in a place where the Scorn aren't Scorn. Here they are embraced as being the connection between humanity and the elven kind. This is a place where a bard can be a bard without having to be a Jubileethan. He doesn't have to have a particular color of his magic. He can draw from all of them.
Humans.
I didn't know how
Are
subsidized the
taking
entertainment
care.
industry was in
Humans
future
are
Nycos.
new.
Humans are brand new. You could be a celebrity.
She and I are humans. He's human.
Yes, we are.
Are
In this
Scorn.
time frame, they're known as the Young Kingdoms.
Okay.
Florence,
I mean,
therefore, is a young kingdom.
I don't know all this, unfortunately.
I know.
And to me, my time is where I belong. My God.
I'm
is
not
where I
disagreeing
belong.
with you.
Yeah.
I'm totally embracing that.
Can we try, maybe?
Well, if we try, we might succeed, though.
What? I said, let's try leaving.
Right, but then if we try to leave, we might succeed in leaving.
Seeing who?
We might succeed in leaving.
Makes a good point.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
If we try to leave, we might actually go
Leave.
back.
Accomplish our goal and leave.
And go home.
And that's what we
You don't-
want.
I don't
By leaving.
understand.
And you have to realize that you've got at least two party members that are basically perfectly happy to never go back there. One of which is tired of being picked on as being a Scorn and having to limit his practices and be worried about whether or not he's going to pass a test to maintain his status as a bard.
Continued education is very hard.
Competition is way too stiff.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but does he know of this information? About this?
No,
iteration?
when he first got here, one of the things he asked about was what people thought about Scorn, and they told him that Scorn. What do you mean? What's that term mean? You're just a half elf like the rest of
The only benefit Yumara can see us staying is if we went to Cauldron and she gets first hands on
There is no
history
Cauldron.
lessons.
There is no
It's
Cauldron.
Trantor.
That's why.
It's
Trantor
Trantor.
City.
Even
And Trantor,
older.
and quite frankly, sad to say, barbarians wouldn't even be accepted within the boundaries of Trantor because that's where all the nobles live.
We clean you up.
I am a noble.
She is a noble.
Of course,
Oh.
of course, that is what they called the noble warriors of North America too when they took them back to England. They referred to them as the noble ones.
I come from a noble family. I'm just not.
Yes, no, you are a noble, but you're a noble of a barbarian nation,
Yes.
which is exactly Native American. That's the same economic, socioeconomic division. You're actually a noble of a cause that wouldn't be recognized.
We're too many iterations ahead.
Obviously, there's something you lost.
Yes, he clearly lost his ally, his mentor, his.
The only thing that I have back there is
A
my
spokesperson.
childhood friend.
And spokesperson.
It's, well,
That's
leader.
what his role was. Remember, you
Was.
were just saying
Was.
that. Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Long
old is he?
ago.
huh?
How old is he?
In
He's
teenagers or
in-
He as old as you.
Well, he is like 29 in dog years. And due to my practicing, extended it except for his eyes.
You say
but
thank
then-
you.
But then he died and got resurrected as a half
So you're
orc.
saying he could just drop dead any second?
No, he's a half orc now.
The reincarnation.
The reincarnation.
Oh, I must have been away from that.
in your spooky land. But yeah,
Spooky land.
he's alive and well as a half orc, you know, tending to
Being
shot around.
Anybody else for home?
Yeah.
I do too.
Ooh, look, a 50% split. And Rosam's not here to be the tiebreaker.
See?
Oh,
He's on my side.
Scott wants to stay.
he said that he's neutral.
Scott
I'm the
means
only one that can.
Scott means I abstain.
What's up, boy? You don't want to get murdered again?
You're silly.
Just a nice pat.
Someone
on the
does
back.
remind you that this happens to be the iteration for the Dogs of War, so don't make any really long-term plans, because the dogs are here.
What are the Dogs of War?
They were the 4th iteration heroic band that went around breaking my plans.
Interesting.
You could take some lessons in plan breaking.
Really?
But you're not in 4th, you're in 3rd.
20th level party. How much XP is that?
There you go, jack 'em. I want to see you take out Klondike. That would be awesome.
Yeah. The I think it's the homebrewed hill giant.
Nope. Klondike Stormfist. Chainsaw Dwarf.
What would you do
Oh.
for a Klondike?
You guys could spend some time doing scuttlebutt on the dogs if you wanted, but they're not here yet. They haven't even risen yet. That's next iteration. This is 3rd.
I guess I'm done messing with Miri. Do you want to go back?
Messing with me?
Yeah.
What?
You're going to show her?
It's just fun.
All right, so
Yeah, she's been around long enough. Actually, both of them have been around long enough. You guys stopped messing with them really a long time ago. This keeping secrets thing is the only thing you've been able to hold out on.
Well, I just, then,
Both of them have been around long enough. Somebody's recording me. I don't. You're watching. Nice.
Oh, that's just
so
back.
I produce a sleight of hand and I produce an amethyst crystal. And then,
Yep.
I vanish it out of my hand.
Okay, let's go home.
Right.
All it needs to do be is return to its time. We came in over there, let's go out over there.
Do we have to do anything to ensure that there's a Bridgeton when we get back? Or-
I don't know. He said that it needed to be returned to its time.
Right.
So obviously it could be taken out of here into its time.
So
More
everything-
than that, I do not know. You know how the gods give riddly talk.
Look up.
Riddle-dee talk. That's
Riddle.
good.
Riddly talk. You know, it's
I thought that was Ridley Scott. Oh.
no. It's more in the form of prose, poetry, pieces that rhyme, but no real clear. You gotta find this, and you'll find it there, and then you need to bring it out here, but it doesn't do that. It just says there was a thing lost in time. We're here now, out of time, our time, and it says once it's found, we need to bring it back. It needs to return to its time. Now I have no way of that object returning by itself. So it means obviously we have to carry it out of this area. You know, a bubble is a bubble. There's got to be an end to it. You guys blew up a bubble and caused all sorts of.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
I'm not gonna let you.
Someone in the comments
That's such
said,
a-
I'm
that's a
pretty
blunt
sure
You
word.
blew up Zataran.
I'm pretty sure
That's
Kush
a-
is his grandfather.
That's a harsh word. Blew up.
It's a little
That was
extreme.
It
We're
wasn't.
having a little bit of a
Your own
fry
grandfather.
paradox
Yeah.
here.
No,
no.
there's no McFly paradox.
Let's start walking. Whoever was there, we don't want to have them spread the tail and then those people stop us.
Oh, you mean like the bard that just listened to us?
Whoever was listening,
You mean like that bard?
yeah.
That would tell everyone.
Gather your stuff.
Walk around telling people.
We'll get
things?
to the door and start north. I think it was north this way, leaving the same way that
That's
we
east
came
now.
in.
Yeah, you have to go back east. You
We're
had, to,
re-
you had to go east along the river.
Okay, so we will reverse our trip, and hopefully we'll get to where we need to go.
Is it
When
really
we need to go.
that simple?
Maybe we could make
you
a
came into
new
the storm by your
world.
own volition by walking. She's just making logical progression that if you walk back out the way you came in, that
And then we have
that
the
could fix it.
stone.
And you have the stone,
Which is what triggered the
problem in the first place.
right. How'd you get the stone in the first place?
You know, I can fully sympathize
Yeah,
with
there's a good question.
How did you get the stone?
There we go. when did you get this?
No, I mean in
Yeah.
this iteration. Explain that to me.
What?
But that was lost from our
How did you
time.
get the stone?
You got the stone.
You found
Is
it.
this pre-storm or
Out of character. You found it.
He,
Am I gonna have to?
From what? When I got the stone?
Yeah. How did you get it?
I got it from Cord.
How did Cord get it?
I got it from Zenith.
And Zenith got it from
somewhere?
somewhere in time.
Oh
no. Well, sort of. Where was he
Oh.
currently at the time?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mining.
No, I got it.
You got it. That's what I'm saying.
No,
But no,
that's
no,
right.
but they
I
chased-
stole it.
No, but the issue is that he's talking about how he got it the first time.
Oh, okay.
So he actually backed up the story to where the stone got into the story. It was because Zenith dug it up in the fourth.
Right.
Oh.
Therefore,
then
routed
Cord.
them out for bringing it.
Remember rules?
And
were
then-
Oh, that's right. I did steal it. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
I thought you looked on the ground when we walked out.
We now have an infinite supply of soul-destroying stone. I see this as an
No,
absolute
stop.
win.
No, stop. In all honesty, he did say something that she would have caught. Did you hear what he just said? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Have an infinite number of
I'm gonna
soul
close the window
destroying
now.
Oh, so you did hear that,
Yes.
and you're not responding to that.
Well,
Soul destroying stones, I don't think, are something that would fall into the Blue Veil's idea
No.
of justice.
that has to be destroyed. It has to be destroyed. You can't make weapons like that, wormwood weapons. You can't let them loose on the earth.
Somebody's in
Close
trouble.
the
Planet.
window now.
No.
I did.
Would you please
Can I
find a
try
way
one?
to destroy it?
Sure.
Just gonna close the curtains.
Once
as well.
we get back,
Oh,
Very
there you go.
At the window.
Yeah, close the window, close the curtains.
We're not closing the door. And the window. And the
we're
curtains.
walking out the door and leaving.
Hold on.
Not if you're going to
Let's-
talk about this stuff. You don't want to not talk about this out in
We're
the
not gonna walk on the road
And
talking
talking
this
about
in
soul destroying
public.
weapons.
Right. I need to cool your jets, Mary. I know you want to leave, but
But we also need to fix this
we
question.
need to fix this question of
So, what do you know about the soul destroying part? Because that's
Because I know the
What?
no. I
wormwood-
know you know what it is they're talking about. I know that part. But and you know that he's got the stone. But what I mean is what do you know about the physics of the creation?
I had wormwood once because coins got turned into wormwood because of a crystal.
Right. Okay. So you know that happens.
Yeah.
But what is it that causes the crystal to create wormwood? There's
I
none?
don't know. I don't know the physical process.
So you
Maybe-
might want to ask the people in the party that do know, because they've actually experimented with this, so they know what it is that causes it to create.
So
wormwood.
what causes the gold to turn to wormwood?
a shard after so long radiation exposure causes gold to turn into wormwood.
It's only if
Only
the stone is not in its time.
right
So it's the
So-
fact that it was stolen from
from
fourth and found its way into his hands because he found out what it would do. Because then he started to figure out how to plan to make wormwood swords.
Yeah. No. No,
And
it is wrong to steal souls.
And then he found out.
it's
Well, no,
not
it's
stealing
more than that.
souls.
It's more than that. It's destroying them.
It's
It's
destroying
destroying
them.
them.
Well, then the
It's liberating them.
well,
Understand
No,
that.
they're
understand
gone. They
that.
don't go to their god.
They're obliterated.
right.
Understand, I've
Well, then
only
the-
used
then the way
them
to-
on evil things.
You don't know that. One
No, no,
can-
okay. So far, that
I
he's
have-
being accurate. You
I
can do his
have
own
only
truth. He
used
is
them.
being accurate.
I have
He's-
only used them on evil things.
As a matter of fact, the biggest problem to all of this was the equation got screwy when he married the woman
Yes.
whose name is responsible for the weapons being called Morgul blades. He married Talia Morgul.
Yeah, well, no, they can't go back there.
Why do you think I've been keeping it hidden from everyone,
Well,
including
okay.
you?
So let's go back then.
Yeah.
That's
Well, no, okay. More importantly,
I can't.
he just told you that it's making Morgul out of his coins now. So it's not where it's supposed to be yet.
Okay. How can we get it back to the 4th iteration?
We stay in the
Just
third till it
stay
turns to
Stay in the
here
third
for
till it turns into the 4th.
1,000. Stay here for 1,000 years.
Do we know? How many years it is until it's the fourth age or the fourth iteration?
These
Well,
things
gosh,
can't
you'd
go
have to
fall.
know all of the evidence and clues that third iteration folks know that you guys don't. The stuff that got wiped out of history can't tell you. You can't look at the stars and go, or you can't look at the sky and say, well, the candle has fallen, but the hammer hasn't, because you don't know about hammerfall, etc., etc. There's so many pieces that you have no idea. You might have to be here for 10 generations.
I have time.
I have time.
I don't.
No.
The mortals don't. The giant
us all
Goliath
try.
doesn't. The half elf doesn't.
The human.
The humans
Time
don't.
is subjective.
You're human.
Yeah,
I
you're
have
young.
time.
He doesn't.
I know.
He doesn't care.
But I'll be nice and dead.
Oh,
So it doesn't matter.
so it's still my problem. Cool.
No, you don't own it. He has it.
No one owns it.
That's the point.
I borrowed it.
But currently, he's carrying it.
Yeah.
He's carrying it.
So the
This is
Don't
fundamentally
ever-
what's being argued is whether or not the stone should fall into party treasure until you get rid of it.
so the way to return it is to find the right time it belongs to, but we have to find a reliable way to travel through
That
time.
was the 4th iteration.
Yeah. How do you travel through time?
We don't know.
That was the bubble we
Right.
went into before. They went back to it.
And,
That was the 4th.
and
Right.
destroyed it.
Right. We don't have a way
gone.
of.
It's
We
gone.
don't. The way to truly destroy it is to put it back to where it belongs, but we don't have a reliable way to get it to where it belongs. Yeah.
When I get back to my time, I will divine what I can do. Divine what can be done.
What if he says you should have stayed?
Yeah. You should have stayed there.
It was safer there.
Can we get our stuff and go?
What stuff?
What stuff?
We buried
Whatever
our
stuff that you own. We were
All
in
too-
a room.
All too
You
silver.
buried,
Did you carry-
buried all your
Oh, yeah.
wrong iteration stuff
Yeah.
out in the forest, out towards the miller's house.
I was carrying a lot of gold.
And you haven't used any.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah.
I
What about all the
think
soup
we
you
should
ate?
Bury our
He did it for work.
Wait, I shouldn't carry that with me? That's
third iteration.
Yeah, you might have to get rid of that soup.
What's that?
I think we should bury our third
It's a
iteration
lavatory.
things here. So if
You
think
fortunately you only have a few pocket coins.
Also, we're gonna throw it in
Yeah, I
the
have
path
silver.
of
I have like
everything
I have like
just
2
in
silver. I'll
case
just like
we have
Yeah.
another
tip
iteration
the-
issue.
Yeah, I mean, I have
Tip
silver
the,
from
tip
this
the,
place.
the cleaning.
I
Leave
have
it
silver,
here.
So do I.
Leave them on the
Yeah.
elephant
I
maid.
have silver and copper.
Just leave it here. We don't need to take anything back.
Yeah,
with
we're
us.
not taking anything
A
back.
couple
we're
silver,
just
a
leaving
couple
here.
copper.
Rule 2.
What? Why is that? I'm wearing pants. I'm not wearing pants.
Wearing a shirt.
I'm wearing a shirt.
I gave you. I
Get
went
rid of
and
the
got clothes for you.
I threw them away.
Kush, take your clothes off.
What?
They're going back in what you're in. If you threw them away after they so generously donated them to you.
I can't take anything back, so I threw them away. This is your shirt. I mean,
He's
the
still
shirt
wearing
the shirt that I'm wearing is actually your shirt.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
He's still wearing your shirt.
so
And you'll
I
have to
Anybody
keep
else
threw
think-
away all the
So,
stuff.
Now,
so
did you have the loincloth
make
or
sure you
not?
expunge anything off the character sheets you don't want to take with you.
I never got any money
3
and
silver
never
I had.
spent any money.
I think I have 2 silver.
I'm gonna smelt my silver coin down.
Yeah, I didn't take anything. No,
What?
just leave it. Just leave it.
Why? It's good silver.
I'll pay you to leave it.
Yeah, I'll give you a gold
All
when
right,
you come back.
I'm leaving it.
2 soups if you leave it.
Just leave it.
He goes, I'm
Okay.
tired of getting paid in soup.
Look,
I'm now,
look.
I'm above 12th
That math
level.
doesn't
It's got to
add
be
up.
a cauldron of soup.
The math does not add up, right? Okay.
What is this?
This I was
Give it to
calculating
Fanny.
out the worth of 1 silver in soup. That's
Okay.
Since
Two
everything has
soups.
to be the way it was, I need the stone.
No.
Rosma.
What's that?
I need the stone.
He's saying that due to the fact that he says
Everything has to be the way it was.
not what
No.
she said the
The
prophecy
thing that
was,
was
but what
lost
he
needs
believes
to
is
be
that he has to have the
returned.
stone.
It never said that you
Didn't that
had
start
to
the storm
have
in the
it.
first place? When you were holding it?
No, I was always holding it. What?
Sure.
No, you
Started
were
it.
holding it, but the storm started specifically when you were greater restored.
I remember that I picked it from you. I picked it from a guy.
Picked it from a guy.
Right.
I picked it from the guy.
Right.
And when I tried to give it to you,
Right.
that's when all this storm crap started happening. That's when I
Yeah,
took it back.
when we went back in time.
No,
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 Yeah.
before
Here,
we
here.
went back
Wait,
in
wait.
yeah, he stole it here.
I stole it here.
Right. When
picked
you
one.
gave it back to me, all the storm clouds and everything went into
F1.
thunder, and then we flashed back to our future.
You only know that because Mary came and told you.
Correct. That's why I'm saying
I
it
saw
out
a
loud
flash
right now.
of
Bridgeton.
Bridgetown,
Bridgeton.
not Bridgeport, Bridgetown,
Not Bridgewater.
Bridgewater.
Bridge
Whatever.
future, not bridge present.
Yeah. Bridge
So-
our time, not bridge this
I'll
time.
tell a villager like, I've got a good word. You have good fortune if you rename the town to Bridgewater.
Once you grow up. Okay.
They're
I get my
asking
stuff
me-
out of
Yeah,
there.
no, I saw that. That's good. No, you're totally giving them 8th iteration answers. I love it.
Yeah, I'm like,
I throw
no,
it to
you
Kush.
don't understand. It's black and white.
So you gave it back to him.
I give it back to Kush.
Okay.
Let's go.
Again, you hear the crack of thunder.
Go, 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 go.
That doesn't sound good.
You want to be out of the storm, right?
She's a thunder person. I'm a thunder
I have
person.
nothing
That's
right
not,
now.
That's not.
Make
anything
a
out.
wisdom check.
Mary.
Miri, make a wisdom check.
Is there like a purple storm outside?
Yes.
Like,
Clouds are instantaneously forming.
Like
Yeah.
down where we were at.
11 plus 9, 20.
Wasn't it
You've never felt
Battlefield?
this close to Zephyr except in his presence before. In the crack of that thunder, you feel like he's in the room. It's that tangible. For the first time,
Just keep it for now, but you get it back.
I'm gonna go on record and I'm gonna say
Just,
I put it.
you
in
let
my
me
pocket.
carry it.
do you want
You don't
to?
have pockets. There's only one pocket.
there's one pocket. It's yours.
Yeah, there's nature's pocket.
Yeah, you don't want to. But you trust me, that would not be a good place for it. Given what else has passed through that.
So, put it in my little shirt pocket.
But he's
You're
still
not
gonna
wearing a
hold it.
shirt.
What?
You're not wearing a shirt.
No, he is.
wearing
He's
a
wearing,
shirt.
he's
Oh,
wearing,
okay.
My
wearing
shirt.
Mary's
I gave
shirt
him
Oh,
one
okay.
of
that
my
she gave
shirts.
him when he was running
are you
around
wearing?
naked after. No,
I
she's
carry
wearing-
extra clothes.
Imagine that, a woman with extra clothes, that never happens.
Drawstring,
I keep myself as clean as I can.
because
Maybe
she
Zephyr
has
gets trapped in
Okay,
the past.
so-
with like a drawstring, and it's like
Choosing to leave now, basically as soon as the stone is in his
I like
hand,
that
you hear the
dog.
crack of thunder.
Like-
You guys start to
Dog.
gather your gear.
Yes.
Okay. So
Like
in
clean
the
doggy.
flash of lightning, as you step out on the streets, the torrent begins, and it's raining in kind of a swirl pattern. So it's literally like only the clouds closest to the building are starting to rain.
Yeah, this bodes well.
So
I'm tired. This happened.
we walk down.
Okay, as you're starting to walk out, PT Buzzum and the strongman and the little acrobat Olivia
Yeah.
are standing in the street. And where are you going today, my fine pretties? Says
Home.
Buzzum.
I stand behind Chase.
Bravely stand behind Jace.
As you step behind Jace, from a shadow, almost materializing from the shadow, steps a bard who's got a fiddle to his chin and is starting to play a lively dance tune.
Oh, God.
I'll start laughing.
You said the D word, John.
Break his fiddle. His health cord.
I said the D word.
You said dance.
I did.
You did.
What are you gonna do?
The samba, obviously.
Is this a samba tune?
It's not. No, it's more of an Irish jig.
Are they blocking our path, or are they just?
He's standing back, and it seems like he might be supporting the three that are forward. I think you have something that belongs to a friend of ours. Davros will not be happy. Another flash of lightning. And in the rain, you hear the sound of a deep, I can't even do the voices. You know, somewhere between John Wayne and Sam Jackson, deep voices. I believe one of you happens to be the best rogue I've ever seen, and I want you to join the cadre.
I step forward from Chase.
Coming back from the shirt. It's like, and then.
Not only that, when you step away from him, the pocket begins to glow.
I think he's talking to you.
Leaning against one of the side buildings is a rather tough-looking dwarf. He might be 5 feet tall at the tops, big, burly. He's holding in his hands an egg-like object.
Egg-like?
Mm-hmm. This little egg-like thing. And as he's holding this object, he's actually pointing it directly at Kush, and you see there's a guidance needle on the top of it pointing right at Kush. He flips the object, and a little lid comes over it, jams it in the pocket, and he says, "We can make this easy, or we can make this hard."
Can I touch
Let's
my
make it hard.
god?
And I cast darkness on him.
Yes.
All right.
So go to initiative.
Yay!
Always the better option.
Of course.
This is going to be fun!
Can I reach my god?
Of course! I told you you've never felt closer to him than ever.
You're welcome.
Dwarf, bard, fighter.
I had another color where the other two go.
Oh, did I ever show you? My name is she.
You care to show?
Looks like you're inside a second.
Late. You really have that much room? Did you have less?
Did you say that the three of them are standing pretty close together?
The front three are. They're within 5 feet of each other. Basically for opportunity flanking, you guys close with them. And that's going to be PT.
Are they side by side?
But
Or
Remember
one
this time.
slightly up?
No.
The three are standing side by side on the roadway.
Like
The
Did you
bard is stepping out of shadows back behind them, and then off to the right next to the building is the fourth one. You guys are basically coming out of the barn, coming out of the hostel and heading out of town.
They're blocking our path. Okay.
So, checking their initiatives, and then let me get my little board. Alrighty. So, what did we get for initiative on you guys?
I got 10
Okay.
16.
every time.
I think I'm +3,
10,
so
16,
that's 18.
18.
Try this for a bit.
And Rosama goes, "Caw!" and flies away.
Yeah.
Scott.
You coward!
Rosam?
I rolled a 16.
16, you and Quarter split it. Who was first?
You can go first.
Jace?
26.
Of course.
I call the fighter, the strong guy. He's
Modified.
mine.
Oh, John.
You mean
Modified
the
20.
dwarf?
What's that?
Modified 20.
20?
Mine's a modified 18.
Nice job. Alrighty.
And the rogue's gonna do 27. Or is it higher?
I got a 16
What would
Do you
you
know
add
what
to
this
it?
is?
plus 5.
Nope, it isn't.
So it's 21?
No, I rolled 11,
Oh.
so I got a 16.
Impressive.
Jace has better initiative than me.
Alright, Olivia, give me
It's
a.
that alertness, bro.
I'm sorry, looking at the screen and talking to Olivia. Olivia, what you're going to need to do for me is tell me whether you consider Olivia in story to actually be an aggressor, defender, or an opportunist. That's all I need to know. Which of those you think she is going to be in this condition? All right. The other guy's names, just for clarification, the big guys known as Vostin. Of course, P.T. Buzzum. The minstrel, of course, is named Robin, just to make it nice, because he's going to be singing songs of your doom. And Olivia is the acrobat.
What was the other one? There's Robin, PT, Olivia, and who else?
Vostin.
Bost.
Vostin.
Of course.
And where did they fit in this? Wow, Vostin's fast. Almost as fast as
Like
Jace.
rhymes with Boston.
Yes, but it starts with a V. But it's spelled V-A-S-T-I.
Oh, okay.
Buzzum is going to be before Umarat, just barely. Robin. Wow, way down there. Even slower than Kush. And Olivia.
Olivia said opportunist.
I know, I saw it. Way to go, Olivia. Olivia goes before Jace. And vanishes
Oh boy.
in her
Actually,
action.
first, that's considered.
It is now Jace's action.
Let's see.
Jace hit the bard.
I can't see the bar. There's darkness.
Oh.
On,
Yeah, you can say that fight would have no
they're-
one's bard.
Connected to each other? I mean,
Three,
they're-
three,
they're-
three of them within 5 feet of each other.
Okay.
The bard is not, and neither is.
Because I cast it on the dwarf.
I'm missing somebody. Aha! I missed one.
I mean,
Davros
The
didn't
bard.
get included. I didn't roll. I'm just saying I didn't get Davros didn't get rolled.
Davro or Davros?
Davros, D-A-V-R-O-S.
There's a fifth person.
Davros.
There's no.
And Davros goes right after. Goes right before. No, right after Umaran, before the twin 16s. So I rolled pretty good for initiative this time around. Usually I'm way after everybody.
Right.
Okay, so Jace's action is to do what?
So where do you cast your darkness on?
I cast it on the dwarf. Now I don't know who.
So
It's a 15-foot radius sphere around the dwarf.
okay, and that was the guy after the side. And he doesn't get a save against because it's just on an area, right?
It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so he's in darkness. He's in darkness
Actually-
under a cloud.
Specifically, I would have cast it on his stone because I can target an object
On his stone?
in his stone.
Okay, it's dark where you are.
Oh,
It's
Kush's.
actually yes. Because remember, the stone came back to where it was, quote, supposed to be.
Oh, good times. You said it.
Yes, all of a sudden you're finding your group is completely covered in dark.
Both.
So it's back to still Jace's action. In darkness, what do you do, Jace?
So I cannot see my allies.
You can't see Jack or shit, either one. I mean, they're really close to you.
Nice.
Don't worry, I can see you.
Sure you can.
But can we hear you?
Yes.
Fix everything by going silent now. That'd be great.
Yeah. So
The good news is that he's also now, therefore, hidden from view, so he could actually get off spells right now, too.
yeah. So let's see. In darkness, I'll throw a fireball at their last known location, blindly in the dark.
Last note of the three of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bard specifically.
Okay. Oh, the bard? Okay, so the bard's actually not with them, so targeting the bard?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So the bard gets to make his save. What is the...
18 dex.
He makes it no damage.
Robin's the bard.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody learned min-maxing. When you guys learn stuff, I learned stuff.
Yeah, that's about it.
Well,
Yeah.
you became a munchkin?
Just consider that the bad guys are going to know the same stuff you know. So if you find a what's the word for it? An exploit. Anybody can trigger the exploit. So all I have to do is take a couple levels in Rogue, and all of a sudden my bards aren't
Until
touchable
you-
by spells.
Well, I can't see my allies, so I'll take a few steps back.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, because you have to see them for inspiration, don't you?
Actually, I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
I think it's ally. I don't think it's required. So I think you would because it's based on music. You would think you'd be able to sing it into
Yeah.
existence without having to
Counter
touch.
song?
The rules are those.
No, not counterspell, but the ability to sing inspiration.
Inspiration, yeah.
Inspiration, I think, is for your allies, and so
I
it's.
think it's verbal, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's. I'm not worried about
Well,
that.
it's
I'm just worried about it
sight.
can be targeted.
You
Well,
have
it's
to
just-
have line of sight.
There's just someone who can hear me.
Someone can hear
I
you.
will
So yeah,
inspire-
just sing inspiration. Whoever you want to sing inspiration to.
I'll inspire Kush and hope he doesn't get kidnapped.
You're not.
So
Okay.
can I invent a spell called Rescue Kush and just
He could.
I can just teleport to where Kush is at?
All
The
have the
opposite.
spell.
The opposite of banish brings him back for wherever they took him.
Alright. Alright.
It's a vest. It's one of those leash vests.
Yeah.
And I just come back
It's,
to you.
it's a metaphoric one. He just puts out his hand, and all of a sudden he gets the other end of the
It
leash.
teleports me to your location, and I trigger it by touching you, and it brings you back to where I was before.
Just always next to you. Come back in.
Okay, so since they're not covered by darkness, Voston and Bosom do make their physical action. Of course, that's out of line of sight of you guys, so therefore they have moved, and it is Amara's action.
Not me.
Yeah,
Because I can see through it.
yeah, but basically what I'm saying is that they basically they scatter from each other because
Oh,
they
okay.
realized fireballs are in the area, and that could be bad
Okay.
if it had been targeted at them. So there's the three of them are basically spreading out and basically making a hemisphere around you. Umara,
Who's after me?
who's after you?
You had mentioned it earlier.
You don't know who's after
I don't
you.
know what the. Okay,
Because we don't have to.
that's fine. I would like to rage.
She is raging in the dark.
Breathe.
Rage in the dark. Isn't that a song? Oh, that's a rainbow in the dark.
I am going to reckless rage, which means people also get opportunities on me. And gonna look for them. Go for where before the darkness. Where was everyone?
Right? They were all in a group. You were all in a group. The three
You
of
were
them.
all in a group. They were all in a group.
There were three of them. I've said it 3 times. The three of them, the three circus performers that you know, were standing together.
Yes.
Then, out of the crack of thunder, one of them steps out of the shadow, steps into the shadows, and you see him for just a second. They're barred. Then the third, the other member, which was Davros, was leaning up against the building. You're within 60 feet of any of them, so you can move towards any one of the groups.
Then I'm gonna go for where I saw PT.
Okay, so you come out of the dark, and going to where you saw PT. You do see. Oh, he's right ahead of you. Yeah, he is the one who's right straight ahead of you.
This is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you.
Probably.
With advantage, just in case. Oops, that fell.
That doesn't count.
No,
Dice on the floor.
thank you. Okay, that was better. 27. Do I play whack-a-mole?
What's that?
Do I play whack-a-mole 27?
20.
Oh, does a 27 hit? Oh yeah, 27 would hit.
Okay, rolling damage. So I'm just gonna do this.
That's not good.
Now stream comes the fun part.
Give me D6s.
Yeah, I have plenty. Okay.
Darkness is not like a cloud, is it? It's just an
No, it's a
Sphere.
sphere.
Okay. 10 plus.
Hang on a second. Sam's
Plus my rage is plus 3. There's a plus 4.
You sound okay?
Yeah, mine's fine.
Is anybody on YouTube?
Will we?
13.
That is going to be a plus 3.
Okay, so plus 3 is 18 damage on the first attack.
18. Okay.
Second attack. Is my rage dice in here? Yes, it is. Okay. 24. Does 24 hit? Oh wait, advantage.
Everything's fine.
Oh,
Everything's fine, guys. I'm not seeing any problems in any of the streams. So
24.
24.
And then, well, that's to hit for the second
Okay.
attack. Okay, 6 plus 8,
14.
14.
14. Okay. When you hit, it's almost like you hit a statue. The solid impact, but you don't see the flesh doesn't seem to give. It doesn't turn their heads around. It doesn't. They physically aren't responding to it. It's like you hit them with a piece of sand.
Oh boy.
The dwarf from the side, off to your right.
Yes.
Yeah, off to your right. Tosses a hammer at Umra, who's the only target you can see. That was 11 plus 6, 17. More than likely we'll miss Umara.
Actually, it's because I don't have any his shield. I don't have a shield.
17. 6 points of damage. Chump change.
6.
Miri, your action.
Aren't you raging?
Oh, she's
Oh,
raging.
yeah, that's right, I'm
So you're going to
raging.
take half.
Okay, I
So
move
3.
out of the darkness to
Straight ahead?
no, to
Well-
the side.
Left or right?
Towards where
toward-
I saw the dwarf.
Okay. Okay, so you come out of the sphere just about 4 or 5 feet off to the right of, no, 10 feet away from Umara, because she went
Okay.
straight ahead.
Target the dwarf with flame strike.
Okay?
Oh,
Flame strike is required to hit, or do I just have to make it save?
It's a saving throw.
What's the DC on the save?
just a moment.
I think it's a
Should be
let me double check because I
It's
say it's
my
a dex save.
wisdom. 10,
It's
Plus
8
9?
plus
It's
your proficiency plus.
A deck
8
save.
plus 4
It's a dex
plus
save.
wisdom,
Yeah.
It's a dex save.
17.
Makes the 7.
He takes half.
Okay. Give you
Actually, I'm not sure about the radiant damage. Does he? I know he can negate the fire damage,
No, it's full.
but I don't know if he can negate the radiant damage.
It's full.
It's both?
It has everything.
Okay.
Don't roll the damage. You hit him with the magic, and you basically see him holding his arm up like this, and the energy pours into a ring of his.
problem.
That's an issue.
Rosama.
Well, as a bonus action, I cast Shadow Blade at 3rd level.
Okay. And since you can see from the dark, you don't have to move at all.
I don't have to move at all. So just a
Flinging
matte black blade just comes flying
out
out.
at whom?
Let's do the dwarf.
So,
He's
so
an
I have to-
asshole with it. Oh.
Clearly, he's the boss with the ring of. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's the
well,
nasty ring.
Well, catch this, and I throw my sword at him.
Okay. Go ahead. What do you have?
All right.
Roll
Roll
the
attack
hit.
first.
Yeah. Roll the hit.
But I should have advantage because of its darkness.
Um,
I assume there's low light because there's a storm.
You're right. You're right about that. But you're also at disadvantage because of another item that he has. He has an item that causes an opponent to have disadvantage to hit him on the first attack.
Okay. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
That will miss.
All right.
I tell you, my
Court.
spell fizzled on the dwarf.
I'm going to, as a item interaction, take off my helmet, cup it under the arm, and make a persuasion check on the strong one to try and arm wrestle me instead of a direct fight. Look, I respect you and your profession. Can we settle this in a less violent way? Alright, that's that'll be a. I should probably just intimidated him. That's 16 for my persuasion check.
You hear laughter. Afraid to come out of the dark in order to even face me, and you're daring to challenge me on strength, you weakling? You could probably let the woman come out and fight for you before you even came out of the dark.
I'm turning this guy into
Just
stone.
really
sexist.
angry.
Clearly, he's
In
a
my
bad
defense,
man.
she's already proven that she's better than me in some fields, okay? So, it was strategy. Alright, now I'm going to attack him.
Okay, you're going to charge him
Mm-hmm.
because you can't see him.
Oh. Well, I'll charge in a random direction and hope for the best.
Okay,
Optimism.
so let's go with on a 6-sided dice. On a 3 or a 4, you'll charge in the correct direction. If you go 1 or 2, you go to the left, and a 5 or 6, you go to the right.
Correct direction.
Okay.
Will a 27 hit.
That means it'll basically cost you one of your attack actions because you have to remodify on the charge, so you get one action to charge.
Okay.
So are you going to use a barrel rush shoulder in to try to charge him, or are you going to use your maul?
Well, could I knock him prone if I...
If you use the charge, you could possibly
Alright.
knock him down.
Alright, I will try and knock him down. Will a 24 do it?
24 will hit him,
Okay.
and when you hit Austin, He stops. You get to make a dex save because you hit like hitting a brick wall. You just
20.
okay. So you basically hit him, and both of you stop, and you realize he did not budge a single inch. It's like you hit him like you were a piece of sand.
This is a repetitive theme.
There is
It's making me
repetitive
feel
theme.
quite small and insignificant.
And Kush's action. From the sphere of darkness centered on yourself. What are we doing, sir?
First and foremost, I cast Bark Skin on myself,
Of course it does.
Better armor. That's always good.
so better armor.
That's a classic. That's a classic Kush action. I forgot to use my armor abilities to level up last time, so I guess I'll just use bark skin. What does that give you now?
So I have a 16.
What else happened to blind? Something has blind sight.
13.
So I have AC of 16 now.
Okay.
What? Blind sight.
Activate my amulet.
The
You don't get one for size?
so from there, what?
One for size? No, not AC. You get.
What? Anyways, so as a bonus action,
Okay.
I transform into a giant scorpion, and in my transformation, all the items and everything on me go inside of me.
That's exactly right. Boy's
So-
not lucky.
Right. So it also has blind sight, but I'm not gonna move because I have nothing else to do.
Already used the action, so why would you waste that?
Already did
If
everything.
you ain't got nothing else, don't use anything at all.
All right. At this point, the minstrel plays and casts basically, what would we call it? Bane on. Who can she see? Oh, that would be the brave and charging Umara.
Of course she does.
You'll be at disadvantage for the rest of the engagement.
It isn't a.
You get a save.
I get a save, but isn't it
I
D?
thought it was minus
it's-
4.
minus
Or
D4.
D-
Yeah, I
minus
thought
D4.
it was
Oh, yeah.
opposite of
You're right.
less.
You're right. Minus D4. You're right.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I'm like, what?
No, I'm thinking of curse. That's coming. up.
Yeah. I'm like,
So it's charisma. Charisma saving.
oh, okay, charisma saving throw right now.
Yes.
Let's use this
Hold
one.
up. There's a rogue with a deep voice, a guy called Robin, and someone's
okay,
casting
that's
Bane.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Batman
advantage,
themed fight, isn't it?
Why would you
Yeah.
be at disadvantage?
Charisma?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Let's try this one. Nope. 5.
Okay, you'll be at a minus D4 for. What's that, 10 rounds? It's a minute, right?
Yes.
Yep.
But it's concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, remind me, this was Olivia, correct?
No, it's the bar.
The bard?
Or
That was
So
that was
was
Robin. That was the bard.
Just trying to figure.
So he's, or she's nearby?
No,
correct?
she has to be just within an area so whoever can hear his voice. It's the way bards work, right, bard?
Does somebody have
There's
a
some
book?
magics.
The rule book? Anybody have the rule book?
What are you looking for?
I need to know. Remember my my domain spell.
It's call lightning.
It's like
Oh, she's got more than one.
Oh,
call lightning, thunder wave.
Yeah.
okay.
You don't have it on your paper?
No, I don't have it on this paper.
Any of your papers?
She
I'm
updated everything
looking.
but left it at home.
Maybe beneficial to write things down.
Okay, so it's back to Jace's action, top of the order. Oh no, no. Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, I did their actions. All I did is move forward because they had to have targets. This round we can start having fun on our end.
I'd like to move left out of
Okay.
the darkness.
Okay.
Do I see this annoying minstrel?
You can see the shadows from which he's acting. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't actually see where he is. You might see like the motion of the bowstring across the.
And then the 3 figures that were in front of the shadow
They're
figure.
they're now spread out in a semicircle around you,
Okay.
and the dwarf is still standing under the eaves of the building.
Okay. Let's see. Let's do a nice.
And she's, for clarification, she's engaged with PT, and he's engaged with Voston.
I will inspire Umara.
Hey, we're taking things slowly, okay, John?
So that's
There's a river
D-
here, isn't
A
there?
D12.
There is a river out, but it's opposite direction because you're walking out of town on the north side.
Hmm.
Let's see. I'll cast Scorching Ray. Attempts to count Scorching Ray. Does it succeed in the cast?
Oh, I totally let you cast it. And who are you targeting?
So one beam's going to hit the shadow figure, and then the other 2 is going to be the 2 closest ones I can see in the semicircle.
Okay. So the action against the person in the shadows will be at disadvantage.
Okay. Let's see, the one with the shadows is going to be a 21 to hit, and then I roll a 26 and an
I need to
11
see
on the
what they
initiative.
need to say.
Okay, and the other 2 are going where and where? Voston and Buzzum?
Yeah.
Okay. There's no save for that. You just hit with the 20 with the last big number you hit with. The one you actually got to the shadow with the bard. So go ahead and make your damage roll for that.
Don't talk about magic missile on the fish, please.
Alright.
It only hit one target?
No, Scorching Ray hit one of them, and 2 of them.
Oh, 2.
You hit Robin and you hit
Okay. So it was 5 for Robin.
5 for Robin.
And then, who was the other one I hit?
You hit Voston.
Last done is 7.
7. Okay.
Is there a saving throw?
And that's it.
Okay.
Same time, 1 action. Range.
Boston chuckles at you and says, "Arm wrestle hell and put you in the ground."
Component.
Well,
As a brawler, he's going to attempt to grab you and toss you.
Could I attempt a cutting words?
Sure. If that's,
I don't need
if
it.
that's a bonus act, or is that reaction?
don't coddle me.
Minus 11.
Minus 11 plus 7, so it'd be a minus 4. First grapple is not going to succeed, so there won't be a throw, but the other one is 19 plus 4 is 24. And 5 plus 5 is 24. So you are currently grappled. That's the only status change at this point. You can react to that and attempt to break or try to turn the maneuver, because you can actually, we're now actually in a wrestling match. I know you're a tavern brawler, so this should be fun. There is an incidental 3 points of damage, just from basically like a rope burn, so to speak, when he grabs your arm and twists it.
Oh.
I know. Buzz and
If it doesn't say a saving throw, there's no saving throw?
What are you trying to...
Silence.
Silence doesn't give a save. You just, that area becomes
area.
silent.
It's fixed to
Can you cast it on a person?
No,
You cast it on the
you're technically
spot.
casting it on a spot.
It's fixed in that area. It doesn't move.
Hmm.
It's static to a location. But you can center it. You can center it on a person, so to speak, and say it's from this central point where the person happens to be. It's not you're actually targeting
That's not my
them.
most effective.
No, it actually is if
Yeah.
it's stopping music.
Okay.
If that's what you're
I
attempting to
hit
do.
Robin, so concentration. See?
Yeah.
Living.
I made it. 19.
Okay.
And Buzzum produces from his hip this strange circular weapon. His hand fits into it, and it's a hemispherical blade. And he brings it out, and he turns it. As he turns it, the blade goes to like a shining purplish color, and crackles with energy. And to attempt to punch Umar with this silly thing. Misses completely. Umara's action.
Okay.
He's kind of surprised he didn't hit you with it. I don't know why he's surprised. It was a horrible roll, but
This was E.T.?
yeah.
Yeah. I give like a really like grimacing smile as I go in and roll to attack.
Okay.
So it's with advantage with -4.
Well,
Or
you know,
minus
you roll your
4.
attack.
Roll my attack. And minus
Choose
1.
which dice it is. Then you take the -4 off of whichever dice you choose.
Correct. Okay. Thank God for advantages. And use advantage. It's 23.
With the -4.
Yeah.
Okay, you
I
hit.
had
You hit.
inspiration, so I roll damage. Ooh, that one's cocked. Plus 8. 17 for the first attack.
Mm-hmm.
Second attack. Ooh. Okay, that's much better. 27. Why are you being good? Again, 23.
Okay.
What was that spell that I cast
For the second
at
attack
maximum?
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
It's
It's
any
any
thunder spell.
thunder spell.
50. And he also has
What?
advantage
Any
on me as
thunder
well.
spell.
Okay.
Any thunder spell is that now?
So anything that has thunder as
The
the
damage.
damage
So
Because
thunder
I did
wave,
say I
you
was
can max
reckless.
Yes.
a thunder wave.
is a thunder.
Could
Before
I
I
up
end my
it?
turn, let me just
Yes.
look
Higher
up
level?
real quick. Pop
By
out
using a higher
reckless.
spell slot.
I just need to make sure none of you are around the area. Okay, that would become the second level spell. A third level, let's see,
Oh, I have advantages for
automatically. Pushes 10 feet away from you.
I think that's it. I am my turn.
The spell's effect and the spell emits thunderous boom audible for 30 feet.
Is this the second round? Or third? Second. Let me know when it's up to
The
10.
first level spell. So at 5th level, it's four levels more, that's 68, and it's maximized.
Buzzum therefore now attacks you. Amara?
Alright, okay.
No, I'm sorry. It's not Buzzum's action. Buzzum already had made his attack. This is actually Davros. So let's see. That sounds good. Yeah, so Davros casts. You're going to try
Am I
to.
in range?
What's that?
Am I in range?
What's your range?
60 feet?
No, because he's over by the building. You went out the cloud on the left hand side. So he's going to be dropping Big B's clenched fist on Kush.
Oh no.
I'm inside the darkness.
Oh, you're
As
inside.
a-
That's right. You stayed inside the darkness, so it can't be on Kush.
As a
It wouldn't even know that you're there, so disregard it. It has picked another target. It can't be you because you're on the other side of the darkness.
Give me.
So, no, because you're entangled. So no. It's going to be on Miri because she just stepped out of the cloud.
You're still
That's
looking
another
Mary.
sphere.
What?
He likes to get smacked around by big fists. See.
I wanted to grapple Bigby's hands at one point in this campaign.
Is it a
If you
life
have
goal?
board, I can cast it for you.
No.
You can,
It's not a
I can
life
cast
goal.
it for you. If you're that
22.
bored.
It's a goal.
That is.
No,
What's your armor class?
I think it's 23 now. It's 10 plus 6 plus 5 plus 2.
So it's 23.
Nice.
23.
Nice. So Bigby's hand basically, the clenched fist punches the ground just near you. See me cast a spell. Wow. Okay. Thanks.
It's a fun spell.
Yeah, it is.
Thank
And
you for
your
that shield. Otherwise,
Bane
I
is
would
gone.
smash.
Mary's action.
Cast silence on the board. Within 120 feet of me. Can I see him?
He's in shadow. He gets
Bard?
disadvantage. Yeah.
I'll cast just outside of the shadow.
It's fine. As long as it's within
Yeah.
as long as he's within 30 feet of where it lands. So you see where the shadows are that he's casting from, and so you just put it right
Yeah.
down the edge. Boom. Music stops.
Music stops. Okay, fine.
And let me see your character sheet, Mary.
That's not good.
Do we have the right to refuse?
Camera pencil and eraser. Roll a d4 for me.
Oh.
One.
Okay.
What's that?
You have an opportunistic thief in the area.
So I've got a race.
I tried to erase it well enough you won't be able to tell. You're afraid you won't miss it. The rest of his action.
okay. As a bonus action, I will turn the Shadow Blade to my hand.
Okay.
And so that guy looked like he had some sort of blur kind of thing on him, or something.
Yeah,
like
well, once the Cloak of Displacement only does that for the first attack. After
Okay.
that, now it's just going to be a flat modifier to his dex,
Okay.
to his armor. But the
Alright.
first round, he gets to basically forces you to take
All
disadvantage.
right,
on the
but
first
now
attack.
it's gone.
Now that's gone.
All right. Well, now I'm like, well,
Have some more.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's more than that came from. Okay, so now it's advanced.
Some more.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, there's gonna be a 29 to hit.
It's
All right.
and this one is to the minstrel, right? Or no,
the dwarf.
Yeah,
The dwarf,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
That name sounds familiar, Davos.
It does. Should. Should definitely sound familiar. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So the Bane is gone, Umara.
Right. She knows.
Thank you.
Instead, there's a big bee's hand on the board.
Okay.
It could be fine.
All right, it's gonna hurt. About 66. Uh, 46 damage. Or psychic. If that makes a difference.
I do call out of my term. That dwarf has a ring that's absorbing my magic. That absorbed my magic. Usually there's an end to them, but I don't know what it is.
You still
So
need-
he looks.
What?
you still need-
Yeah, I still need it for my spells.
I asked him, do you operate as Assassin?
Okay. So for clarification, you threw that at Davros.
Yeah.
The weapon vanishes as it came into him. Because that's a spell effect, right?
It's a spell, yeah.
Yeah.
I say we run. Dwarf can't run that fast.
Okay.
And you won't be able to cast it for one round.
Okay. Did he use a reaction to.
Mhm.
Okay. Like,
Mary,
I asked him that though. I'm like, you operate as Assassin?
I don't even know whether that is.
Oh.
Mary.
Again?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
I got ahead of
yeah.
myself. It's
I'd be
court,
delighted.
court.
I'll go
You'd
play.
be glad to have
it.
another one.
Hard.
You don't have to be a vampire
I'm not
yet.
Now he's starting to get it. Now he's starting to get it.
Alright, so is the Amulet of Shielding an item interaction or a bonus action?
It's a bonus action because it's actually
Okay.
activation.
Alright, well, I'll activate that, and then I will attempt to grapple him.
So are you going to? Okay, so this is called an attempt to. You can either reverse the grapple or break the grapple. If you choose to reverse it and you fail, you go one further into it. So then he's actually got you prone.
So you don't want that.
If
Risk it.
you break it and you fail, it just stays as it is.
Sweet
Okay.
plague.
Alright, well...
Which you're
Put
gonna
him in a
do for
body
your roll.
bag.
Well, I mean, what's the point of grappling him? I'm gonna try and break.
Okay.
And I got a 3, so that's not gonna
So
do it.
Nope. So all it does is hold. You basically tried to get free, and he was able to hold on to you. Kush, Mr. Scorpion, Mr. Hiding in the dark, like the little woodland creature that you are.
I have blindsight.
I know, but nothing's coming into the dark.
I know,
to fight you.
nothing's coming in. And
You're sitting there going, I'll take you all. I'll take you all together.
Come on.
Come on.
Why did you do a bear?
Why would I
Bears
not?
can't see
Maybe
anymore.
you're not a druid. You don't understand these kinds of things.
No teeth.
As a scorpion, having it, how far away is the dwarf?
More than 60 feet. Right at 60 feet, actually.
Right at 60 feet. Is there?
But you can't know that. Oh, yeah, you're blind fighting.
Yeah.
His blind sight.
Blind sight.
That's right.
So
At-
he can see
at
through it
60
as well.
Through it as well, right.
Yeah.
At 60 feet.
But I think a scorpion's
Honestly,
charge is only 30 or
It's 40.
yeah.
Go attack the dwarf. Give him a stab.
Why? Who does that? So I could be out there?
Take out the.
Out there where I can get hit, whereas right now, the one thing that he's doing right for the first time in his life is to let you guys handle this. He's
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I know.
The stone is inside of me, so
Yes.
the darkness actually follows me.
Yes.
yes, therefore it'll stay dark. And you'll bring it over anybody that you walk past. So in this case, you'll be taking it over Umara and the foe she's fighting.
Unless you fight
No.
someone that she's not next to.
Right.
Because they spread out.
I go after the dwarf.
Right. So you're going to charge towards the dwarf, and if you do, you're going to put Umara and her ally, her enemy, in the dark
Okay.
because you're going to pass by them to get there.
Okay.
The good
So-
news is that you're going to put Chase out in the open where the other bard can get to him because he was hiding behind the black.
And Rosema was in the black.
Yeah, he won't be anymore.
Yeah.
Right. But my
But,
target.
yeah,
was-
all
He's
of you
okay.
guys
Yeah,
can
you're
move.
you're already
I'll
able.
be fine.
Yeah, all of you guys can move.
Yeah,
so
I think the two of us may not
Yeah.
may not be as bad for each other as possible unless he happens to get there.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna bonus action dash.
Okay, that'll put you in toe to toe with him with the scorpion.
So bonus action dash, my movement and everything.
That's,
so
that,
toe to
that
toe.
bonus action dash.
Yeah.
That's a rogue thing for
Right.
strategy. So it's just you're just
Right.
Okay.
And then my 3 attacks.
Multi attack because it's a creature, right?
Right.
Pinch.
Right. So.
Pinch him.
So for the claws, it's a 20 and an 18.
The 18 and the 20 will both miss.
I'm afraid. And
He kind of had a warning earlier.
Yeah.
He's throwing a shadow blade at it and he almost missed.
As I go through, all 3 attacks miss. And I'm like, oh no.
Wow.
But he's in darkness.
You can't. Well, don't you have advantage because he can't see you?
No, he can see.
Okay.
I wish somebody was next to me so I have hack tactics.
Pretty soon.
Pretty
someone,
soon. Maybe
someone
someone will eventually come up there. Maybe
Someone might get up there.
Someone might not.
But I am right next to him with all the blackness all around.
Yes. Miri.
Thunderous wave on the barn, which would be thrown at 4th level.
That's a sonic attack.
It is a combination. There is a thunderous,
Part of its force.
part of it is force, and then there is a loud crackling sound, thunderous sound. But let me check it again to be sure that I have the parameters correct.
I think if you look at the wait, that's what it doesn't. Person has to see. No,
Which one?
no, because it's not.
Thunder-
This isn't
it's
bardic
area
magic.
effect.
It's area effect.
It just-
Thunder wave?
Thunder
Thunder
wave.
wave.
Thunder wave starts at your
Oh, it starts at your palm. You got to
And then
get.
it
You
goes.
got to run across the space to get to him.
It's-
You have to be within 15 feet for that to work.
Yeah.
It's a 15-foot cube.
Okay, then I will move up to him, up 15 foot.
Okay, and as you close within 15 feet and you try to cast your spell, nothing comes out of your mouth.
Oh, he's in silence.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
in silence.
You didn't know that. The music stopped and you didn't know why, so
Wait, didn't
it
she
made
cast
perfect
it?
She
sense.
cast
No,
it.
I cast it.
She
I would
cast
have
it
known.
off.
I forgot.
So she goes up and forgets.
Oh.
Forgets.
Right.
Oh.
I forgot about this.
Oh, yeah.
Or worse yet, she stops at the edge and goes, "Oh yeah, I'll Thunderwave from here." And Thunderwave's only 15 feet, which doesn't get to him. Either which way, it was a net null effect.
Okay.
Does the fighter have armor of any kind?
No, he's wearing a leopard skin, like a big wrestler dude.
I'm playing this wrong.
Doesn't even the force work?
Nothing works. It's
You,
sound.
okay, so your range.
It's sound.
The spell has to be cast, so it has a verbal component. When you run inside the area to make it work, there is no verbal component because you cannot speak in a silent
Okay.
spell. Silent space. The only person in this group would be a sorcerer. That would be Ralgrim if he decided to make the spell a silent spell. If he used meta magic on it.
Okay.
Or if the spell specifically had no verbal, and I think there are a few. Magic Missile may be one of them. It seems like there's one of the really basic ones that kind of works no matter what. But the combination you tried to use does not function. Rosame, your action.
Right.
Davros would be responding to the continuing conversation with you, saying, "I think an arrangement can be made, provided I get back that which belongs to me."
And what belongs to you?
Yeah, it's a really limited.
You're actually, yeah, well, he has the stone. It was taken from me, by you. I wouldn't have known that if Olivia hadn't been sitting outside of the window.
Well, kind of need that to get back. So,
Oh,
that's gonna be a problem.
to get back? Get back where?
I think you mean get back when?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know you do. And I run up and I'm gonna
very small.
Use his attack as
I'm
your
gonna-
advantage for your.
Yeah, I'm
Stealth
gonna basically run up with
Smaller.
darkness into the darkness with
Right, and make your attack on
yeah,
it.
make an
Because you
attack
got your close
with my
combat.
rapier.
Yep. Yeah, I got you. Go for it.
Good thing, because I don't. Okay, so that's gonna be a 29 to hit.
Hits.
You make me use my rapier.
I have to see what all your capabilities are.
So many.
The tip of your rapier bows as if
Yeah,
it was
here.
hitting him like a grain of
Let me
sand.
give you back your book.
Oh. That's annoying.
He just smirks.
All right.
Wait.
Do I still have
Yes.
a-
Court
Oh,
still being grabbed.
yep. Gonna try and break free. 26.
26. Contested.
Oh, that's what.
29.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
So he's basically, as you went for the grab, he just basically turns with you, still holding the grip.
Plus 9.
Mhm.
Damn. Well,
What are you?
I mean, plus 10.
Yeah, you just have to roll better than him by one.
Does he have a better strength
Alright.
mod than me?
No, he has a better dex mod.
Wait, what?
He has a better dex mod than you.
He's a strong man, right?
Yes, but strong can come in two forms. Athletics. I already told you they're Jubileethan. It's all about their speed. Leverage. He's basically a judo master. So he's attempting to use your mass against you. And so when you make the attempt to use your brute strength, he just turns within the move.
Well,
Kush, you're toe to toe with your spikies that aren't seeming to work worth a damn.
So I hear that conversation between them, and I try again because if I could get him in my claws, he's grappled.
Oh, in the rain, there's a flash of lightning in the sky, and for half a second, there's a reddish happy face looking down upon you. Everyone immediately receives a +0 modifier to all their dice rolls, and everybody must smile for a second for the camera. Thanks. Sorry, that's what sponsors do. Everyone give thanks to Robin of the Red Band.
Robin of the Red Band, thank you.
Thank you for giving me bad luck.
So now you're going to blame Robin?
And at least my stinger gets in for a 23.
It hits as if it was a grain of sand.
So let's see this.
Is there an object or anything that glows every time I hit him? Or
No.
nothing?
No. The issue here is that you're dealing with people casting second edition spells.
Alright, so
Because that was the rule system that applies in this one.
Okay. So what is that?
You'd have to know the spell. Afterwards, afterwards I'll give you the details on the spell.
Okay.
alright. So for the piercing itself is only 5 piercing damage. But
Doesn't matter. It hits. It does exactly 1 point.
cool. But there's a poison effect too.
No, because it doesn't pierce the skin. So I'm saying,
I know. I know.
What do
you
you mean?
splash your poison all over the outside, but it's an insinuative poison, so it does nothing. You would remember the spell, Mary. It's called Stone Skin.
Sounds good. You just have to keep on beating them until the stone skin goes down.
That was the first spell I ever cast in this game.
Hey, how come your stone skin doesn't work like this stone skin?
Yeah, no kidding. He goes, mine's bark. It's freaking bark, okay? Actually, doesn't say anything. He goes, because he's in scorpion form.
Scorpion.
Yeah. To be honest, it's actually doing the same thing. It's piercing, so it's resistant to piercing.
No, it's fundamentally immune to all damage until you go after so many actually combat impacts.
Nice. This blows, guys.
Okay, so Robin is out of action. Thanks to you guys for this round. And Olivia's out of action for this round as she's doing something. And so we were back to the top of the order, Jace.
I'd like to use Mental Prison on Robin. So it's going to be an intelligence save, DC 18.
What does it do?
If it fails, it's trapped in an illusionary cell. It cannot perceive anything beyond the cell, and it's going to take damage now, and then if it tries to leave the cell, it takes additional damage.
Okay. And if it attempts to leave or if it leaves?
If it tries to reach out and touch the cell, or tries to reach out of the cell, it'll take additional damage.
So it cannot leave.
Yeah.
What's the duration and is it concentration?
It is concentration, 1 minute.
It's basically touching the.
I'm just clarifying it's taking her
stove.
out of action for the whole fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Touching the
But
hot
but
stove.
but it's costing him his ability to cast spells, right? Cast what
Like
concentration.
concentration, right.
Did she get a count? Did she get a reattempt to saving throw on that ever?
Let me pull that up. Damage is 32 damage. 32 psychic.
You can't take sick with us.
What's that?
Just Kush
He's
things.
telling me to take the stone from him, but I don't want
And then
it.
we skedaddle out of here.
It's a trap.
That is an easy trick.
And then rule number 2.
Rule number 3 is don't be greedy, Kush.
Rule number 4 is don't
Well,
listen
number
to.
one is so we don't get cursed.
Okay, so Jace is done. Good job, function taking out Robin for the fight for at least as long as he can hold the concentration spell. With that, Vostin now attempts to take you to the ground. Fails, drops the grip. You're only back to grapple. You can break out again. Basically, roll back up on your feet. Bosom
Now hit him with a maul.
tries to hit
And just
Mara
keep
again
on
with the
hitting
weapon.
Oh, wait. So hitting them has an effect?
Not yet, but there's a finite number of
22.
points that stone skin can absorb.
So I should action surge first chance I get.
Yes.
Alrighty.
6 points of damage.
Apparently it has proof against
Constitution
my
save.
rings, but unless it's a
Well,
ring
it
of stone skin, but I don't see how it can absorb the spell. So it's a ring of spell absorption.
Yes.
I just can do something, John.
That's bad.
And she's already used her intake, so she's
9.
9. Lose the last level you gained, including hit points.
Jeez.
It energy drained you. You realize this is what Greater Restoration is for. You can get it back by Ralgrim doing it, but it takes away 1 level. So your last level and the hit points you earn from it are drawn away from you. This is not a good. This is a bad weapon. This is an evil thing for them to have. It's almost as bad as, I don't know, destroying souls. At least they didn't hit you with one of those. Good thing those haven't been invented yet.
Yes.
I don't like second edition.
Yes, it had a lot of really bad, very wicked spells back in the day. And it is Umara's action.
This is confusing.
And I didn't even roll the advantage on that check because she was actually under the rage, so it could have been worse if I had a critical.
I'm gonna try to destroy the weapon and actually attack it and try to.
Okay, so that's a cold shot. You'll be at disadvantage on the attack. You're already going to be if you're going to continue raging.
So
or
it's,
whatever.
if I'm raging, it's neutralized.
Okay, so you get one. Yeah, you get one roll.
Right.
Are you staying reckless though in order to get
Yes,
that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. 21.
You hit. It's as if you hit a piece of sand.
Piece of sand.
Yeah.
As if you hit it with a piece of sand.
Of course.
We have to dispel this, or we have to go
Yeah,
through
or you have to stand
charges.
here and take them long enough to get.
Right.
I'm a scorpion.
He's I know what he's thinking. He's thinking, I gotta protect the purple thing. I have to keep the purple thing.
That's true.
That's what he's going for.
Yeah.
But he should be, quite frankly, running like
should
hell.
be.
Should be
you run
running like hell.
The thing will collapse.
I'm gonna extra attack the same thing.
Sure. That's the wisest thing to do. Get as many shots on target as you can.
19
That hits.
Which one's the one
on
with
the weapon.
All
Okay.
of them. I think all of them have it.
You can't disarm as long as he's got the stone skin on, because the hit actually requires you to basically hit their hand hard enough that they let go. That's what a disarm does.
Yeah.
Because he's got stone skin,
Yeah.
those impacts only feel like pieces of sand.
Okay. So then just attack.
Yeah, you got it. You hit him again. That's still a good thing.
Okay.
Right now, the buttons with stone skin is just a matter of beating them, beating them,
This- yeah, this-
beating them, and beating them.
Yeah,
15?
this is the only spell that made like bands of orcs dangerous. Because without this spell, there wasn't much the orcs could do. You used to mow through them like butter.
18 damage.
It counts only as one.
Oh, only one.
Because literally you got to knock down the spell before you can get through it.
Right. I can't do that, so I'm my turn.
Okay.
Well, good thing you have 3 attacks, so
2.
you just got to hit.
That's right. She's got to land.
But now you have pack
What do
epics,
mean
so
I
you
have
get
3
advantage.
attacks?
Yes.
No, only if you stayed. Did you stay? I thought you danced out.
No, I stayed.
Oh.
I stayed.
Nice.
So I stayed so he could get it.
Okay, that's good. So Davros is going to
Who has 3 attacks?
I do.
Oh.
He's going to return a favor. He's going to try to steal a knife out of your pocket, out of your blade, out of your belt.
Do I gotta?
He's got a hit, and then you get to make a dex. It's against second edition rules. So make your dex save.
So what did he hit?
What's second
I hit a
edition?
25.
What do you mean second edition rules? Isn't this 5e?
No.
Yes.
You're back
We're
in third
battling-
edition. You're
we're
fighting
battling
second edition
different
monsters in their
edition.
realm. This is the first fight you've had in this iteration.
So it's a dex check. Or what?
Yeah, you're just rolling a dice, modifying it with your dex. You gotta tell me what you.
Like a saving throw or like a
It's a skill
acrobatics?
check. It's a skill check.
Skill check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof.
Oof. All right. So I don't know what skill. Sleight of hand. Was it my sleight of hand?
No, it's just what was the modified die roll?
Okay. So just straight dex.
Yeah.
So it'd be that's 9.
Okay. So all it is that he basically pulled the knife loose, but he was able to withdraw it. He has to beat your number by more than 20. So
Oh. Okay.
it's just a weird nuanced rule for actually stealing something from somebody during a fight. It used to be fights where a lot of taking stuff away from people to keep them from being able to use it later. So you're likely taking stuff away and throwing it so that they don't get it.
But I know the. No, it'd been funny if he took it.
Yeah.
I know it'd been totally funny if he took it.
So it just goes back to you.
Because I used the command word to bring it back. to
Exactly.
my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also notice he's not attempting to do any lethal damage to you. He didn't. He's not that. He's actually almost. It's almost like he's toying.
All right. Well,
Mary's action.
we have to take it serious in a minute.
Yeah.
Was it his turn?
Can I see the
Mary's
hobbits?
Mary's before him.
Can I see the gnome?
The rogue.
Yeah.
No.
No.
The
Who can I see?
the acrobat is currently missing. You can see she's. You actually see her weakened, visibly weakened, and looking pretty sullen, like she's in shock. So she's with the dwarf that she's been dealing with. Vastin is grappling with Jace, we're grappling with Cord, but Cord seems to be holding his own. And Jace is handily maintaining a very vicious-looking arcane cage around the bar.
Only Robin
What's
perceives
that?
it. Only Robin perceives it.
Oh, we see Robin standing there.
Like a mime.
It's whatever.
No, she's not touching it. She's just cowering from it.
It's whatever they perceive as dangerous. So I don't know what Robin
Okay.
perceives.
Fine. So the only other thing you can see is over in the shadow next to the building, Davros and Rosimus seem to be kind of circling in a dance of death, trying to kill each other with a. Well, you'll see that because it's freaking blackness is here.
Okay, now
It's
who
dark.
was it that absorbed the magic?
The dwarf.
The dwarf.
Dwarf.
I need a target that's not the dwarf. So
Right.
there's only
it's
the bard.
No, the P.T. Belzum, the dwarf that's messing
Okay.
with her.
I'll try the 4th level thunderous wave on him. I'll have to move within
So you
15
move within
feet.
15 feet of him and blast him with that. You will get her in it. It's an area effect. You'll get Amara. Actually, I'd argue that you could actually pull in beside her and try to use it to force them apart, because that's really what you need to do anyway.
Okay. That's
I'll
what
grant you that attempt. So
Okay.
roll a dex save to get into position, and then you get to make your attack.
A dex save?
No, a dex check.
A
Again,
dex
this is a
check.
second edition thing. So you're rolling a dice, modifying it with your dex modifier,
7.
plus your dex modifier.
That's it with
That
the
is with your
dex
dex modifier.
modifier.
Okay, so you can't quite get in position. You can still fire it off if you want to deal damage and possibly throw him, but you may throw her as well.
No, I won't. Let's see if I have something.
Okay, except that you realize that it would count as an impact from the fact that you've already seen this, that they're absorbing hits like crazy.
Yeah.
It would help if you hit them.
If nothing else, pull your weapon and hit him
Okay,
instead.
she's going to take out her +2 base.
There we go. At least hit him.
Yeah, bludgeoning.
And divine smite.
Nice. Don't waste it.
Yeah.
You just need to hit him a lot.
No.
You just
Okay.
need. You know you're not getting through.
And then you activate it when you have a hit.
Yeah,
You
Right.
cast it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Barrier.
It's
You don't have to call it
+2,
until you use
+2,
it.
That's
Right.
+4. There is no BAB. There is my proficiency. I'm a +8.
Okay, roll a hit.
No.
Okay.
Every time I go to roll something, I get everything
Now
less
you're
than
actually
10.
Is that?
Now it's your action.
Okay.
He says, "There's another way too."
Yeah, and I well, show it to me, and as I steal his ring. So, I'm
So
gonna
now
sleight of hand?
you got to sleight of hand, and he's going
Yeah.
to contest
Okay.
it.
Oh, whoa.
25.
32.
How is it a 32?
I have a plus 20
How do you get plus 20?
because I have expertise. I have a +5 to dexterity, and I have gloves of thievery.
Forgot about the gloves. Well done. You got the okay. So you have the ring of spell storing.
And I show it to him, and I yeet it to the sky. And then I dab.
Nice.
That's from the future, bro.
I'm gonna kill your character now.
I start flossing.
Oh no.
Go ahead, Cord. Your action.
Right.
Run for it.
Can I use an unarmed strike?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's what we're doing right now.
Great. And then
You're like trying to break the hold by punching it.
all right. I'm gonna attack 6 times with action surge. Oh yeah, that misses. 20.
That will hit.
Okay, there's 1. That's a crit.
That's one.
I have to back that up.
No, you don't back up crits when you got stone skin on.
Okay.
And you can't crit with your fist anyway. You're not punching somebody so hard you're putting your hands through their chest.
Okay, that's 15 hit.
Oh, I thought I heard
15 will
that.
miss. So got 2 hits out of 6. That's not bad.
That is 4 hits out of 6.
I go, he doesn't got his fancy ring no more.
You hit more. You hit over 20 more than twice.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, I hit over 21 twice. Yeah.
I'm a Scorpion.
Scorpion down.
Kush.
You can still
Slice the
understand.
pocket. You freak! I just thought of Dark Crystal. That's what he sounds like. The Garland. Yeah.
Okay,
Garthan.
The
so
Skeksis?
No,
pack
the
tactics.
Garthan. The big insect bug things.
So pack tactics.
Way to go,
I hate
Kush!
life.
In Kush fashion.
So 1 is a 22.
That one will hit.
I'm like, he's wide open, Kush.
So luckily that was a claw, so he's grappled.
Uh-oh.
And then the tail.
Do this.
So 19 for the tail.
19 will miss.
Okay. So for the 1 claw
Don't roll damage.
is
Don't roll
a
damage.
1.
Exactly, just
It's
does
a
one.
1. I just want to see.
You just want to see what it's going to be.
It's
Just
a
makes you sad when
It's
you
a
do
12.
that. It makes you sad when you do
I
that.
know.
12 points.
And be sure to reroll your
No, it's a 1.
hypothetical.
Jace,
sound.
action.
But he's
So,
grappled.
who can I see? I know there's
You see blackness over there.
over there. Who
You
else can I
see,
aside from
you-
Robin, panicking.
you see Umara is like I said is reeling from the attack that hit her. She's, you can see it on her face that it was not a nice thing to do to her.
Okay.
I got you.
And someone mentioned that they're having difficulties hitting him, or effectively hand damaging him.
It's almost like the skin is hardened.
Do they look like they have stone skin?
You
Okay,
have
like-
no, doesn't change your appearance at all.
Um,
Matter of fact, it's one of the best ways if you're trying to transit a noble from one place to another. In second edition, you put stone skin on him so assassins couldn't get him from those long archer shots and stuff. Because literally, a poison arrow comes up and goes, bing, bounces off.
Nice.
Well, if people are saying he's
Mine's not
hardened,
like that.
Yeah, yours doesn't work near like that.
Mine's not like that.
They nerfed that.
let's see. I'm just going
In trade, they gave you cantrips that are powerful enough to deal damage like a weapon.
Under the Temptress Hardened, I'm going to try force damage with Eldritch Blast. Does a 16 hit?
You're attacking the one on her bosom.
Yes.
16 will not hit.
16, okay. The next lowest is a 22,
22 will hit. That's one.
and then the other one's a 28.
That will hit. That's another.
Oh, two damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One each actually, but yeah.
Well, it's 2 plus. So.
Yeah.
Now I'll attempt to healing word Umara and see if that has any effect.
It'll heal the damage from the first attack because she got hit for actual
Yeah.
physical damage on the first attack.
For 8.
Okay, so since you did the one on the unarmed strike on him, he's now going to try to flip you. Rah! Broke the hold. He literally lost the hold. You can immediately make a dex check for
It's that
reversal.
rain.
Oh yeah. 23.
Yes, so now you have him in a grapple.
Aha!
Aha!
you got swept.
Exactly.
Heck yeah.
Bosom seems a bit energized by his attack on Umara and goes for another.
You go full.
Cutting
Can you,
words.
do they have full defensive, or you can go on defensive in the system?
Yes, you can actually choose to make your attacks into parries.
Cutting words.
Cutting words, how much you modify it by?
It's
Unfortunately, she's raging.
a -3.
Okay, so 12
How many rounds
plus
was it?
6 is 18 minus 3, so 15. Does that hit your armor class?
15.
Does 15 hit you?
This is
Yes,
round
even.
4. 15 hits?
Round 4?
Round 4.
Okay, that's close.
What's your armor class?
1 point of damage.
15 even.
1 point of damage. Lose another level.
Oh my gosh.
Again,
Somebody's got
still
weapon
fixable
down.
by a restoration.
That is filthy.
It is. It's evil. These guys
I
are
don't
clearly
like-
bad news.
This is why I don't like shadows.
I know. Yeah, she. Oh, that's right. She is a player. Is the only player I've ever had that's actually felt this. So she's.
I had to fight you on this, John.
Yeah, I know.
Just reminding you.
I know. But this time, at least you've got somebody who can fix it. That's the main saving grace here. And it's your turn, Umara. You can always break and run. You don't have to stand toe to toe. You've got another guy that's over there that just actually took advantage. You could go over and mess with that.
Scorpion sounds.
No, not about that. Not about the Scorpion. I'm talking about him fighting Boston.
Yeah, he has.
She could go over. The two of you could beat the crap out of Boston
He has a
because that's the
grapple
tough guy. The strong guy is actually being held by your partner.
He's dexterous.
Fine, I'll.
No, I'm saying you don't have to. You can stay here and take on Buzzum. but
Okay,
Buzzum's-
you want to be hit like
Buzzum's
that
using a
again?
nasty, nasty weapon.
That's why.
I mean, you may be a barbarian, but you're not stupid.
No, but I'm prideful.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, but how many levels is pride worth?
No.
So far, it's 2.
If you
Too
get reduced to
many.
0 levels, what happens?
You
Die.
become you become a you would normally if it was done by a shade you'd become a shade. If it's not done by a shade, you fade into the penumbra, into the shadow realm.
That's horrible.
You literally become a mere shadow of yourself.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna,
It's a nasty way to go.
How far away is the?
It's within 30 feet. So
I'll move 30 feet then.
okay. So are you going to give me attack of
Yes,
opportunity, or are you going to
Do we have
disengage?
attack?
No, I'm
opportunities?
gonna.
Oh no,
disengage.
some healing
I'm
for
gonna
resistance.
disengage.
Yes, reactions
no, I'm
aren't
gonna,
time.
You don't have reactions.
You don't have reactions in this edition.
I'm gonna let him attack.
Ah.
And now you're learning how. This is
They don't
how
have them.
people in that
So you just
edition
run.
Yeah, I'm just.
got
gonna
one
run.
over the game master
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
listened to carefully what he said, catch those kind of things, and say, "Ha!" For example, in a fight with a group of orcs, the orcs beat them on initiative, and during the fight, they beat the orcs, but the orcs had been beating them on initiative and just hitting them all the time. So when the fight was over, they all said, "Okay." One of the party members turned to them and said, "Okay, everybody pick up a halberd because they're all modified." I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "They're all +1 halberds of speed because that's the only way you beat us on dex." And so all of a sudden, weapons that had not been magical were forced to be made magical by the system. That's why, why when you get a little farther down the line, the dogs of war form because they go, "Okay, we're going to actively mess with the game master and against his plans all the way through."
So I'm
Part of
gonna-
how I got to be such a sharp game master was that very thing, but I had to. It cost me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go through full steam and that'll give him an opportunity attack.
No, it doesn't.
It does
It
not.
does not.
Because of rules.
Because
They're bound by the second edition rules.
They're bound by the second edition rules.
And there
So what
are
they have
reactions.
instead is they have dex modifiers and they get the ability to use their defense as their weapon as a defense. But
He's-
that's the trade-off.
He's just like, bye.
Like,
Yeah.
Literally, you go,
Next
you go. I'm going to withdraw. The guy looks at you kind of funny. He's like, "What does that mean?"
No, it's
And then
his
you
force
run.
that absorbed the magic, but I don't know about this
So-
other one.
Yeah. Attack is because.
What's that?
Grapple.
Yeah.
The
So
one with the crazy weapon.
The crazy weapon that hit her.
Yeah.
Yes.
so I'm gonna.
I don't know if he has that sort of ring either.
Yeah, you've been watching her fight. She's hit him several times, and he just kind of.
So he has a stone skin, but he doesn't have a ring of spell absorption.
No, only one person had the ring of spell absorption, and that's now somewhere out in the ether because somebody threw it away.
Yeah.
Literally tossed it into the distance,
Yay.
into the storm. More
Into
importantly,
the storm. So
Well, I can't unfortunately throw that.
Is that a legendary item?
Okay, I'm gonna try it on the
No,
person with the
no,
crazy.
it was basically standard magic item you found in dungeons.
Stand.
All these things that we're talking about here are things that were routine rules back in the day.
My God.
Stand.
Small attack on Vanderin.
Yeah, Bastion.
Bastion?
Yep.
What you say about women?
Wasn't there a limit to how much they could absorb?
Yep. I'm keeping track of it. It's a number of hits.
16.
16 will miss.
Alright, second attack. Natural 20.
Yeah.
A hit. A palpable.
Do I have that crit?
Nope, there's no crit.
No one does.
No crit till you get through them. You gotta get through the stone skin first.
they, I don't think there's critical hits.
So do you have more?
Yeah, the criticals were even
Oh,
worse.
that was my extra.
Critical- worse.
Critical is 5 above what you need to hit, and 10 below is a fumble. So you don't fumble very often. but you crit a lot. But only against lower level guys. I can't crit you guys because I'd have to have a 30, and I'm getting into the 20s is the best I can do is get into the mid 20s. So I think you're probably safe from crits at all
Well,
because
you
if
could force a fumble.
Olivia,
show-
somebody could with disadvantage or something like that.
Olivia's heading out.
Okay, thanks Olivia. Olivia, thank you for taking away the potion of invincibility. She said she said play it opportunistically. The only time she had anything she could steal was off of Mary.
Yep.
She said she was gonna watch the rest on YouTube.
Yep.
Oh.
Every episode's always saved. That's a nice note. Anybody who's watching can
On Twitch, but
No, we're triple casting. We're on Mixer and
Yeah.
we're on YouTube.
okay.
We're all over this.
We
World
we
Wide
own the
Web.
we will eventually own the world. We will have players from around the planet playing in the sessions.
Yeah.
Of course, that means I'll be GMing 24 days, or at least 18 hours a day. Think of all the different campaigns there would be, though.
How many Thursday groups that do random things?
All right. Yeah, exactly. That was Umara. So now it's Davros. Davros hasn't convinced you, so make a wisdom save 25.
Oh.
That's gross. And that's a 20.
Okay. You are now roughly 60 feet in the air and climbing.
With him.
No.
Because I have
He's
grappled.
Cool. That's even better. Gladly. Let's dance. We're going straight up.
Oh, do I get an opportunity attack?
You do, because I don't get them, so yes.
Is that an advantage? Because
Because
he's
I
grappled? No, he's grappled. And,
Yeah, I'm grappled.
Okay. Natural 20.
Nice.
I just
Is
see
it
this
good?
floating
Gives you crit,
black
which is
sphere.
no crit, so yep.
Alright. So I just.
Just dink.
Alright.
I just see this floating black sphere.
Yeah, fun.
Uh,
Black sphere.
Oh, Hodge.
Yeah, the good thing is you're out of the dark.
Everyone. Yeah.
Is that Rosma?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Miri,
I don't
action.
know.
The black sphere is going straight up in the air. The bard is cringing in the corner by itself, like in a prison within its own mind.
Okay.
Voston is free, and worse, PT Buzzum is grinning at you. And he's got that nasty, awful weapon.
How far is he from me?
30, less than 30 feet. You were next to her.
Okay, let's see, how far does
Matter of
that?
fact, you're in melee with him because you attacked last round.
How's Veston free? I grappled him.
What's that?
I'm gonna hit him with flame strike. I have one more flame strike.
Okay. I get a dex save. Is that how that works?
Yes.
You have a dex save.
16.
Nope,
You're
that's
19.
17.
Yep, go. Deal damage. Buzzum's the only one that's taking any damage this round. It's all been damn fire.
5, 10, 17, 18, 20.
Oh no, Valston took damage, and this will be the first time Buzzum took damage. How much?
And
But it was both from fire.
7 and a 1. 7 and 1
So
is
8 again?
8.
8 damage?
No. 8, 18, 22, and 7. 29 points.
Nice. Buzzum's
And then she backs up 30 feet.
Buzzum scorches for a second.
She moves away 30 feet.
Okay, so that gives me attack of opportunity.
Well, you said he
No,
wasn't next to
He
me.
can't attack of opportunity anyway. Never mind.
So, can you move me 30 feet away?
Yeah, you're physically 30 feet away. No problem.
Okay. I'm going towards our people.
Yes, I got you. Getting closer together. Cord. You've got the guy in a hold. She came over to start helping deal damage to the guy.
Could you hold him while I hit him? I can do one more attack than you at this point. I think that'd be the play.
Yeah, he's saying you grapple him.
Yeah, while I hit him.
Alright.
Okay, so how is this gonna work?
So you've got to hold on to the hold. Yeah, you just say you're holding the hold because you can't do anything until since you're not advancing the hold. There's no risk of you losing the hold.
Oh,
So
how
for
about
the
we
basically-
advance the hold.
Yeah, you could drive him to the ground. That's what he was trying to do to you.
What do you do to him?
Okay.
Yay, 24.
Okay. It's contested, so
What did he do?
he's actually tapping out. He's going, "You're stronger than me. You're stronger than me. I relent. I relent."
Check one.
What?
Okay.
Sorry.
You literally in this edition, you've got his arm. You can actually break his arm if you choose.
Oh, man.
Or you put him prone. It's your choice.
I'll put him prone.
Okay. Basically, he drove him to the ground. His arms rinsed up behind his back. It's typical police move.
It's brutality. I'm really pressing. That's what I'm
Stop
doing.
resisting.
I won't go there. I was going to say something really crass. I'm not going to say it. All right, Kush. You're way up in the air. The only way you can get free would be for you to release your grapple. In which case you would then not be going upward in the same way, actually. If you release the grapple, more precisely, he wouldn't be going up anymore.
He'd be going,
He'd be going down.
get up a little higher and drop him.
Yeah,
Then you could change.
That was my plan, actually, Mary. Thank you for stating it out loud.
Floating like a stationary bird.
Yeah.
Try eating 100 feet of free fall. I can't fly.
So, it says the scorpion has 2 claws, each which can grapple only one target. Do I lose out on one of my claw attacks because I have a grapple?
That's
Or do I
correct.
squeeze?
Well, no, it goes back to you're not a wrestler, so you can't advance the hold.
Right.
So your only choice is to let go and then go for another grapple.
Okay, so,
So
I'm gonna,
if you're holding him with a grapple,
Yeah.
then you use the other one so you got 2 attacks now.
Yeah. So.
But it
they're
reduces
advantage.
my armor class. They're considered to be restricted, and you get advantage on the attacks.
Because they're tracking.
Most importantly for the frickin' stinger. That's why they wanted just the whole thing.
Yeah, so you put things in them.
So the claw attack is a 14.
We'll
but
miss.
The stinger is a 20.
Okay, so that is 1 hit.
Okay. So. It
You think you have an advantage?
No poison.
poison still doesn't get. And I just see like the poison just coming out. I'm like, oh!
Yeah, just running down his shoulder. Yeah. Alrighty. Jace.
Sorry, I just need to keep track of how long this prison lasts.
Right, we're going to turn 5, right? Or
Well, I
6?
casted it
For the
turn.
Turn 3 and we're at turn 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to pull out my torch, dial it to 6, Racone, and hit Robin with it.
Machinery's back.
What?
You for the first time you actually feel the one thing that when this happened you couldn't feel the essence of Ralgrim. Somewhere you feel the essence of Ralgrim.
Okay.
Scar! On the storm there's a falcon flying.
You not
Doing
with us
this
today?
rain. So I don't know if I would have advantage or anything on her. She can't see it coming, so I don't know how it would interact.
Say that again.
It's a dex save to dodge it, but she can't see it coming, so I don't know how it would work.
Dex save to
Because she's in the prison, she can't see or hear anything.
Well, she's
outside of the
lost
prison.
her dex.
So
A person loses their dex.
and you're continuing to hit her after you held her in a prison.
yeah, we can still hit her.
Yeah.
No, I'm just making it clear. You've got her held and out of the fight, and you're attacking her.
No, you're right. That's
Yeah.
not the Jace thing to do.
Yeah, we're evil. We're evil.
What?
What?
You're
Oh,
evil.
sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not. That's why I'm asking. It's not a Jace
No, it's not a Jace thing.
because actually the parallel would be her in the bonds would be like you in the rope.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
being stabbed.
Because literally the terror on her
Think of the
face.
torch. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So not the torch. I'll use.
Go after the one that's still up.
No, because he has to worry about dividing his
She
interest
plays
use
the
any
fiddle?
controls, any concentration spells. He can throw other spells at it.
Yeah. I
Just
can
destroy the fiddle. Is that her instrument?
No,
that-
it's not
that
being
person-
used right now.
She's stuck.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
She's out of
She's
action.
good-
Out of
yeah,
the
she's
fight.
good and stuck. So
Yeah, we'll just.
now we gotta worry about the gnome that's running around,
the gnome,
And the guy in the sky.
the guy in the
the
sky,
guy in the sky,
and the
and the other guy that's
little-
fighting him
the
more.
little wrestling match going on around these two, right?
Well, no, he
Right.
pinned down the one that they were going after.
Yeah.
The one that has the evil weapon.
Is
PD
with her.
Cardon. Yeah.
Well,
No,
she moved away
it's
from
with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it
It's with her.
Okay.
Do I see Olivia?
No. Well, now you will,
Okay.
because you were in dark and darkness.
And you saw that he
Right.
took a
So
flame
therefore,
strike.
now more than likely you'll see her as.
Did nothing.
Well, I'll tell you when you see
You
her
now know
when he
that
finishes his
particular
action,
one
because
could
her
take
action happens
damage.
at that point, and because she's under invisibility.
I mean, spell
Oh,
damage.
okay.
She actually only. Your cat could see her, but you can't see
Right.
invisible yet.
I'll
You're coming up on that, right? That's one of your.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I can.
Yeah. So I said eventually you're going to do the passive shadows and all that kind of nonsense, right?
So I'll Eldritch Blast the one with this energy drain blade.
Ooh!
Let's see, I'm assuming a 14 will not hit.
14 will not hit.
Okay, so 18 and a 21.
And what kind of damage is that?
Force.
Yep, that's just 2 hits against it. Boom, boom.
Right.
Getting close.
Let's see.
We're at 50% on that stone skin.
Has anyone been injured? Have I seen anyone been hit? Besides tomorrow. So,
Just tomorrow's been. Yeah, he's
I
getting
got
scuffed.
a
and-
rope burn that would have killed a peasant on my arm.
You're not one-charged,
Don't
so.
say
Is
the
it?
R word around J's.
Yeah, don't say rope.
Rope burn, like
Healing
gonna
word
kill the
tomorrow for
president.
9.
Okay, but you can't go any more than yeah. I think she's already at hit
I'm
points.
already
Yeah.
at max.
Yeah.
I'm at
She's at max for what
You
she's
look
got right now.
awful, so. You're trying.
Feel awful.
Cord, you need to give me your character sheet, please.
Oh yay! My
You literally see her basically as he's got the other guy down in the hole. She's basically going through his backpack.
Take a BP. Steal
shut
a
up,
BP.
shut up, Fish.
Steal a BP.
No. She's an opportunist. So I'm gonna look for the list of stuff.
Oh, that is.
Where's your fun
there.
stuff?
There
This
you
is
go.
your fun stuff.
Yep.
You'll listen.
You had one of those?
I don't know what.
So,
How long have you had that?
for
I don't know what.
a while.
What do
I
see?
can't believe you had one.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
He's had that for a while.
What have I had?
Did you get in the same spot?
What same spot? What did you take?
You won't be able to tell anymore. And since it's
Oh, I'm glad that's gone.
There's some joke I'm not being let in on. Like what?
How well do you know your character sheet?
There's some stuff in my inventory that I'm not really very familiar with.
Also,
There's
which
like
is
a-
why you won't know what she took.
Oh damn! My backpack feels lighter, but like
like about less than a quarter of a pound.
I don't know what he took.
You took my potion of invisibility.
Oh,
Okay, and Vostin, he is not going to attempt to break out. Like I said, he's tapping out. He's ironically, the strong guy is the weakest of them character-wise. He's like, don't hurt me, because he's the,
It's all up front.
Somebody took care of that damn
no,
rogue.
he's yeah, okay. So he's an order with the order of the grasses.
I was gonna say operation.
No, he's a low level monk. He's a moderate level monk, but to get to an even decent level monk, you had to. So, he's
It's all his feet.
yeah. It's all in leverage, and once he's off his feet, he's done. Meanwhile, Buzzum turns on Miri.
I moved 30 feet away from him. I was already.
Right, and he pursued because in his
Okay.
action he just pursues. And with Dauntless Pursuit, he does pick up an extra attack. And so I did get a 17.
No, won't hit me.
Lucky you. It's attacking with that ugly, ugly weapon.
Yeah.
Umra.
Grapple.
Oh,
He ran?
No, he's already got him down because the guy blew his
The
roll
one
so
with
bad,
the
he
bad-
reversed his roll and he's got him on the ground. So you
The
can.
bad
what you
weapon,
could
but-
do is
He's already relenting. He's already saying, "I give."
okay, but like,
Are you evil?
is there mud?
Yeah,
on
so
the
go
ground?
after.
He's in the dirt.
go after
It's
the
raining.
one
Yes.
that is-
So maybe you
that
could,
has
How's it
a
feel?
bad
How's it feel to
weapon.
be the healer, Jace?
So the guy that's
Grab
killing
his
me-
arm that he's already
That's the
got and
only one
sit on
that's,
him.
Or no.
that or
Wow.
the rogue.
Take that ring off him.
You could try to find the rogue. But
That's actually
the
from
one that you can see is the one with the dangerous.
from
weapon.
Ralgrim.
Everyone
He
else
said,
has given
"How does it feel to be the healer,
Well.
Jace?"
So I'm gonna do a fake out where I look like I'm gonna hammer him just to give him like a little bit of a like
Right.
so he maybe like freaks out.
Well,
Cool.
you could,
Okay.
suffocate him. and
They-
you could
they-
just incapacitate him.
Monks are tough, so he actually won't flinch
There
when you
is
make that
a
action,
dice
but
that was-
he does
I think
kind of
it's
like
right
like a
behind
curt
that
nod,
one
like he
bag.
recognizes your power.
Thank you.
Alright,
This other one is
and I'll-
going to be 5d.
Suffocate him. Not kill him, but just incapacitate him.
with the
You want to put your knee in
Shove
his
him
back.
into the mud.
I just want to knock him out like with the
So here's the funny part. In 5th edition, there aren't any rules for what you're about to do. In
yeah.
2nd edition, there was.
No, actually, it's called non-lethal damage.
Is that you have that option in 5th? I don't
Yes.
remember. Okay.
Non-lethal.
Okay, so swing for non-lethal.
You
Actually, it's really funny. It won't matter. He's got stone skin, so he's still gonna just tink off the stone skins.
Suffocate him.
Modified 20.
Ah, you hit.
Suffocate him.
So for 1, so just you go out.
No.
Remember, it's
The
bouncing
stone
off the stone skin. That's why you
Suffocate
have
him.
to
Still
keep
has
him
his
grappled.
That's what I'm saying. Either go after the dangerous guy, or as he was saying, suffocate him.
Use another way to take him out because you
Yeah.
can't take him out by hitting him.
Yeah.
It's going to take a long time because I told you he's the only one that's been hit hard enough and he's only been hit 50%. So
I have a -1 intelligence. Anyways, I'm gonna
Yeah.
suffocate him.
yeah, put that.
For my next section.
That means you're still a 90 IQ.
8.
90 IQs are extremely functional human beings.
You're okay.
Just,
90 to 110
You can
is
feed
normal
yourself.
range.
I forget.
We're now
Look at
we're
that.
now 120 feet up. Davros says to you, "Give it to me now, and you won't have to die."
That's funny. This is about as high as Kush gets.
I should have said that differently. When he speaks to you, you can understand.
I could always understand him.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, but he understands you. unless all you said was.
This is how you
Scorpion
learn.
sounds.
Exactly.
This is how you learn.
Scorpion
Like
sounds.
I only speak.
Right, right.
Why don't you give me what you have, and I will let you go right now.
I will give you what I have. I stole it from your sister. 26
To hit?
to hit.
I think that misses.
You hope that misses. Constitution save.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh. I have
To bring
use-
Jace's Kush back.
That's a 7.
Yeah,
You
you die.
I would like to name tag before I die.
Okay.
Before I die.
PP for advantage?
No PPs.
That's worse.
Yeah, Spider.
You're Kush.
Well, not only that, the scorpion, your scorpion body falls all the way to the ground.
Let's see the
the
spears
black spear.
floating back down.
Well, he's come because I have to come down at the same time.
Yeah.
So I fall with him, and as he converts, I modify and I manipulate the body, so to speak, to get to the ring, get to it, and let him fall, and stop about 30 feet in the air.
What?
Yes, boots of levitation. So he stops 30 feet from the ground after rifling your body on the way down and letting you drop. You splat as a scorpion body on the ground.
Well, you would revert back.
Wait.
Yeah, you would.
You would revert back.
Yeah. So I see him going.
No,
Well, how
no,
much-
he wouldn't
what's the
revert back
damage?
because he's just. What's the damage?
Yeah.
You're destroyed.
Okay, so
There's nothing in the body. It's just an insect body that falls.
and
Okay, well then, how does he find the stone then?
yeah, because my stone
It's
is
inside a scorpion
Right.
body.
in my body. As
You'd have to cut him open and dig it out.
no, I would have to revert back first.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. So
Yeah.
you're revert. So you're.
Or no,
reversing.
no. Scorpion bodies.
That's-
Well, we'll stick with scorpion.
No, that's fine. Revert works for me. He just takes.
Oh no, scorpion revert works for us.
No. No.
Yeah, because
And last I checked, this side of the screen gets to
Right.
pick the
'Cause it's
solution. But see, you can get so good, Russell, but you can't get that good.
yeah, so it's either I'm on the ground and then I revert back, or
No, you reverted.
yeah,
Yeah, you reverted at the point of death.
right. And I fell. And
More importantly, as soon as it gets in his hand, you guys are in Bridgeton. In a rainstorm.
Where, where?
You're in Bridgeton. Behind enemy lines in a rainstorm.
No, great, not.
It's 8:55. I know that's an hour past our deadline, but let's take a quick break. I want to see how much time we've got left.
Okay.
Is that okay? Yeah. All right, we'll be right back stream. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back. 1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Nycos D&D. We are in the denouement of the Bridgeton. We can now actually call it the Bridgeton Conspiracy.
Yeah.
As everyone is resolving and mourning the loss of King Kush, and hoping that that Ralgrim might be able to do something with the Alacaster concerning that. Everyone is somewhat morose over the loss, but Miri is gleefully praying and feeling the communion. Feeling the feeling the communion of Zephyr once again. And then as she's standing up, something feels odd in her pocket. She goes, "Guys, at least I brought this back," and holds up the KJV, the King James Version, that she's now brought from 3rd iteration into the now.
Damn it.
Don't ever give me any crap on
Pull the
taking
cord.
things
He
ever
says from the
again.
grave. His
Yeah.
corpse just like rolls
Yeah.
over.
He literally rolls over on his grave because he's not buried yet.
Can someone please explain to the audience why we don't bring things back? Because I've had
Feel free. Ooh.
I've had
Ooh.
this discussion.
Okay, but more importantly, Umara gets Ulma gets a chance at a roll here
Oh no.
because she saw the prism. No. All right, but you feel free to explain to the stream what we're freaking
I
out
tried
over.
explaining it to one of our viewers who was just like, "Oh well, it can't be all items that you pick up," and I'm just like, "No, you don't
The
understand."
main critical issue of bringing material back from the future is number 2 first. Number 2 is you brought it from someplace that had to have it in that existence, and you don't know that what you brought back doesn't change the future because it's not there. That's the worst of the 2. More to the point, though, in this case, she is a religious person and has brought a technically heretical document about a dead god into a world where dead gods can live again. So if any of the pagan gods, if you will, can reach Nycos, now arguably, possibly, so could
God,
the dying god.
Oh, no.
I'm not even getting into the metaphysics of it now. Just realize and sit and think about that for a while and realize what that kind of a thing might do to all of Nycos for everybody involved. So,
Good job, Mary.
the second thing is that in the final crack of thunder of the rapidly receding storm, you don't see any sect gen anywhere near you on the north coast of Bridgeton.
of this town.
This is Bridgeton. It's clearly clearly looks like the Bridgeton you
home.
left with the nuclear hole in the ground on the far side of the river.
That's not good.
Well, actually, it's probably filled up with water. It's like
it-
a deep pool.
Yes, but the water also displaced a large volume, and so the river has kind of. It's actually not. It didn't fill the spaces, but it did add some additional water, but at the below water level line, so to speak. But yeah, the bridge is gone. What was left of the bridge that it was sitting next to is gone. The buildings nearby are gone.
The thermonuclear device.
Right. The sky is back to its deep mauve at night, and almost as,
What
as
color
red
was
as
it
the
when we
sky.
were there?
It was fun. It was the same as this. It was no. You're right. Good question. It would have been lighter. No, I think I described it as blue at one point.
Describing as
It
blue.
was
But you never got to see the stars because you didn't stay there until after dark.
I said, that's the color of the sky of Zephyr's sky.
And now it's not.
And now it's this. It means it was there.
Alrighty.
What happened?
Indeed.
Now, there is evidence that the Secgen were here. There's still like the camps and stuff. But what's important is there aren't any bodies. There's no physical beings.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like they either ceased to exist or may not have ever been.
Are there guards or people milling around this area?
No, it's middle of the night.
Middle of the night.
No one.
No one. No, you don't even see any campfires on the other side where your defending kingdoms were. Remember, because you had soldiery from various places. Even the gnomes have
Okay.
come down, but they're not there now.
I still have a 4th level spell. I kneel down. I cast divination.
Okay.
Could you?
Are we really back home? Is
Okay.
this our world and our time?
So read to me what divination does again, so I can know how to answer the question. I think I have to answer with truthful answers,
Cryptid.
but they can be cryptic, right?
Yes, that can be cryptic.
Okay. So the first question you asked is, are we home? You have returned to that place from whence you left.
Then the next question, I get to. What has changed?
What hasn't?
Yeah.
That's okay. The mechanisms have returned to the rhythms of the past.
Well,
I'll work on that last question, but thank you very much.
Not finished. That was only the first half.
Oh, the mechanisms
I'm trying to figure out the.
have returned to the rhythms of the past. She says that out loud.
So long as you know of the word, none of this can last.
So long as you know of the word, none of this can last.
I think they refer to the Bible that you have there.
Shh, hang on. You can't make that leap because that's a modern Christian philosophy thing to know. You
never-
cannot think of that.
You can't think of it
You
as
literally
character.
you wouldn't even consider it as
Right. Okay, that was OC.
Yep.
Yep.
So long as you know the word
No, of the word.
of the word. What was the last
None
one?
of this can last.
None of this can last.
No, I don't, unfortunately.
Aren't you guys so sneaky? Do realize that this is video, so I can find out. So please go ahead and feel free to repeat that.
It's something I don't have anyways.
Okay.
isn't it?
Oh, he didn't have any more?
Or he
That's
doesn't
a spell
have
that I
it.
don't have.
Oh.
Ask him if he had a spell, and he does not have it.
Oh, okay. Does that comprehend languages?
It is not.
No.
I'm still going to find out because he said it out loud. So.
Is it a
He asked you
word?
if you had a spell. So what was it?
Oh. wait.
Ask him if he had the spell modified memory.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I was like, no, I don't.
That is funny.
I don't even know if that's a spell.
It
It
is.
It is a spell.
It is?
Yes.
It's your third question.
No, that's my second. She's only had two.
Only two.
Only two.
No of a word. None of this
Can you-
last.
Bring him back from the dead. Is that a possible? I mean,
Okay.
you're a priest. I don't.
Yeah, she's a priest. You don't have raised dead.
Um,
I'm just asking. I think you have it yet. I think you could be eligible for it, but I don't think you have it.
I think I have to be
I
six
mean,
level.
revivify is what is what.
But it might be
because he's
fifth
only
level.
recently dead.
It's on, let me check.
Right, that's why raised dead, as compared with resurrection.
No, revivify is the
Oh,
lesser
is
than
the-
raised dead,
Okay,
and then the true resurrection is the highest.
okay, but I don't think she has a revivify. I know she doesn't have it in her current list.
She can
Mars
prepare
in the
it.
corner. Ow. 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 Ow.
Yeah, they're looking at you. They're looking at you, going, "There's no injuries. What are you?"
I have
Really?
raised
You're
dead.
saying ow about something you
I
can't
don't
say ow
have
about.
it right now, raised
I
dead,
feel
Oh, wait, that's that
weaker.
one.
but I
Yes,
have.
you do know that Ralgrim has the capability. No, he actually would be himself now if he was here. Oh, I wonder if he didn't come back through the storm.
Guys,
God, remember, he's a god. He might get stuck in.
Guys?
Do you have a third level spell?
I have a third level.
You have a third level on you?
Yeah, I have a fourth.
Then you
One
could-
fourth.
Do you
Three
have
thirds.
Revivify?
He says, do remember, Revivify only works in the first 60 seconds, and so we're past that.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. You just had to talk to a god.
As I,
Guys.
Yeah,
Maybe
as you
later.
move my mouth.
As I'm just moving. Good job, guys.
Well, we'll take
I'm the
him,
one moving it.
and hopefully Ralgrim shows up. I don't know if he's still
Well,
in
what
a
you
bird
got?
form, and I hope he got out.
You know what's really funny? Is this
Nothing.
You're not
makes the
using
whole issue about whether or not you had the stone or not completely moot.
What you got, Kush?
Because it wasn't him that got it, it was Olivia that got the stone.
Right, takes me Olivia takes a shot.
So you
Olivia.
could have fallen in insect form. That would have been.
Yeah.
Leia.
Wait, so who has the real shard now?
Olivia.
Olivia. In third.
A
Yep.
subscriber
Yep.
has the stone as an NPC. Fortunately, that character's association with her will end at the end of the session. But more importantly, she kept it in the fourth.
Nice.
And she can keep it in
She
the
kept it in the
fourth.
third. Yep,
She
she
kept
can
it
keep
in
it in
the
the third.
I don't know.
I don't care. Because I
We
live
saved
in the
ni- we
I
saved
live
the
in the
now.
now.
Yeah.
This is why I don't carry important stuff around with me.
Like a Bible.
Yeah, exactly like a Bible.
And Ray's dead. If it's any consolation, can work in up to 10 days, so you have time. As long as Ralgrim comes back next week, you're within the 10 days. Just kidding. Just kidding.
What if we did gentle repost?
Gentle riposte.
Only she
Yeah.
has it. Repost?
Repose.
That would
I
work.
read it how I.
Gentle
I see
riposte.
it.
That's when Renosa comes over and goes, "Well, you were going to die anyway," and then stabs you with his sword.
Gently.
Gently step.
Gently.
Gently.
It was a fake.
No, it's that whole. It's just
Repose
the cheat.
day.
I hope you won't mind. We want Ralgrim to be able to bring you back whole.
Do you want to dig up that paladin chick?
Can I do a heal check on her?
Health check. She's at full hit points.
Oh
You
yeah,
did
that paladin check.
Yeah.
Well, I can do a heal check because I have medicine.
right.
Your
So I
medicine
wanted
kit.
You
Kinda
medicine
like-
checked, and she's fully healthy.
Record, you want to see if that paladin chick's still there?
All right.
Can I approximate where according from
It's
where
in
the
a
bridge is?
rainstorm, and you're several different buildings from where you were. So let's see.
Survival?
I added a shovel
Yeah,
to my
there's-
inventory.
You can go looking for it, sure. It'll be a 22 check, but you get advantage on the roll.
What?
Me and Katarina can send it.
Can assist it.
What skill
Assist.
is this?
It's investigation.
Oh yeah.
Investigation?
Investigation?
Why don't you let me take the lead on that?
Wait.
He's already looking. Hang on.
Oh damn, I have it. Nope, that's an 18.
So he's digging over at one of the buildings. He's wandering around looking.
Oh, okay.
17.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you go, wait a minute, let me. And then you actually go. Let's see if you. First of all, with this number of generations past, it's not. It's going to be. It's going to be a 32 check. There's been geological
Can I borrow a
shifts.
piece of
There's
paper?
been.
Yeah,
This is
we're gonna have to use
6500
Let me
magic.
have a piece of
years.
paper.
We're gonna have to use magic to
locate
find
it, yeah.
All right.
Like locate.
No.
What locate
No,
object?
locate object.
Even
would
if I
work.
max that out,
Wait a
I
second.
think I'd have to get like a. Still
Wait a
have to
second.
get like an 18.
Locate object would work. You've
Right,
said
but
it.
I don't have the spell.
Yeah, the person who can use it is
Yeah, but
Is
he
yeah,
has
he's
it.
yeah.
losing
Oh.
rapidly losing temperature.
Last I checked, he's joining the rest of the beetles in decomposing.
So, yeah, I could do that. I could fix her.
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
Solve all of our
It's
problems.
like, I
except
could
you're dead.
solve so many problems. I'm just.
I
there
could
a-
do
is there a
raid
priest in
dead
town that can-
tomorrow.
No, let me ask
That
though.
doesn't
Would there
help
happen to
now.
be a Ralgrim within the realm? If you are willing, since you are a member of the team, I can't recall whether or not you're a sponsor of the Patreon. I think you are, Bryce. So if you are, you can go ahead and cast from where you are. Otherwise, you gotta wait till next week when you're here. How's that for brutal?
What's he saying?
He is.
He is. He says ska.
No, I said
You said ska. He says he is here. Do you approve of the use of the device? Say yes, and we'll grant the magics to occur while you're not here. He's waiting for that.
I steal this.
I can just imagine it just like
He approves. So
Don't
there
do
was a
it.
bolt of magical energy from the storm,
Oh, Kush.
fully restored to your being.
He's asleep.
What?
Wake up.
Yeah, you're actually curled up naked again.
Yeah.
I actually like held his nose when I was like slapping his face a little bit.
Are we sure he's a
What?
king?
Uh,
Are we sure about that?
what?
More
What?
like he became
You
a
got
king by
work to
default.
do.
He was the only
Chop,
gnome in
chop.
the area.
Huh.
Oh, what am I doing? That was such a long rest.
I feel completely restored.
Kush did long pipe.
Push the long pipe. He calls your name. Bwah, you're there on your back.
Now, what is he going to do for her?
He's got to do it.
Yeah.
He's got to do it. Oh.
Yeah. I have 2 greater restoration.
Of which he uses one of them. You get back the levels. Get back the hit points.
Are you okay?
Better.
It looks like you're glowing.
Oh.
Again.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and look at that. We completed a milestone by getting the stone back where it's supposed to be and saving the city once again.
Yay!
We're heroes.
So
Again.
that will be a static level up for the rest of you. And are you guys still behind on levels?
I'm
Thank
just
goodness
12.
I'm at level 13 again.
So you're gonna be halfway. You'll gain. You're at 12 right now. So you'll be at 13, which catch you up with her. You are.
13.
Yeah, you're caught up. We're good.
So
Level
do
up?
we get
Is
to
that-
Everybody levels up.
do we get to locate objects
This
now?
is my last level in
You
fighting.
do have locate object, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
I always have locate object in case
And
one of
that
us needs.
will
one's
actually
okay.
One of us
approve.
gets lost.
That actually will apply
Wait.
to Ralgrim because he was literally, technically in the room just as much as my Monday players that played from distance.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Uh,
you weren't here, but they did you proud.
Sort of. I don't
Like,
know.
They fixed the
Yes.
problem. They
Yeah.
they fixed it better than I could have ever imagined.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that you had it on the character sheet and he didn't, it still blows my mind. But I got to steal it. That's so awesome. It was almost like you planned it. Like, no, we're always going to say that he's got it. No matter what, it's on your character sheet. It'll be safe. John won't be able to get to it.
I wish we were that smart.
Shh. Tell all the other iterations in the
Oh.
future that you were. Because that's how their histories work. If you don't believe me, ask the 7th it in the room whether that's the case. Oh!
Well, that's a face.
That was totally a face.
What was that?
Okay, storytelling is partially the game master's job and partially the player's job. When the players do things that don't go exactly right, they wait long enough and then they can make up any story they want about how it went perfectly. And the GM's not going to challenge them because it still made the story look good.
I need to borrow a piece of paper.
Alright. I've hit 200 hit
paper?
points.
I have an index card, I think.
I might have a notebook. Ah! Oh, man.
Well, I hope you can remember your words. I need to copy them down. I just didn't have any paper.
Hang on. I just told you. I have paper. I gotta get to it.
Okay. His first answer was, "Are we home?"
Said yes.
Yeah, you are in the place from whence you came. Using whence, which means both time and place.
Now the next one, I know how it started. It says, as long as you know the word,
Things will-
No, as long as you know of the word.
as long as you know
Of the word.
of the word, things cannot stay as they are.
They will not stay.
They will not.
Will not stay as they were. Okay.
So that means
And that
the-
confuses her because she's not sure of what that means.
So
But
that means
she
that
will
the time whammies will eventually
pick on it
cease
and
to
prey
exist,
on it.
correct?
move
That
upward.
lining.
Say that again?
So that means that the time whammies will cease to exist
What?
eventually, right?
What time whammies? What are you talking about?
There'll be more.
Less.
No, there'll be more.
He said that they can be no more.
This time period won't be no more because she took something.
This will
way
not remain
back
the
when.
same, is all I said.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say it would be no
so
more.
All the
I just-
time whammies are gonna go
Why
more.
do you have to rain on the parade? I want it.
She was hoping,
That's because your parade is getting rained on.
literally, as a storm
By her.
forms.
It's literally raining.
It's literally raining.
But it's real rain, not storm. A natural storm.
So are the others.
Yeah,
Now, they're not natural.
yeah.
Brought on by people messing with the time stream, like taking
Uh-huh.
objects from one time to another.
You get it?
I'm not going to destroy the book.
Of course
You have to
not.
Put it back.
We just got away from there.
My God, I can't. I'm gonna look over my 7th level spells. I can't, Mary. Just can't.
Vengeful ancestors are so cool.
What's that?
So when I use Spirit Shield
Cauldron.
to reduce the attack,
Uh huh.
I can
Cauldron
use
of
that
nature.
that same amount of energy and bounce it back to the person.
Wow.
You didn't know that?
No, that's my new power.
That's the she just earned it.
Cool.
I just gained it.
I took one more level of Quark, so I now have greater restoration.
Wow.
Hey, think of it this way though, Jace, because you didn't mess with Robin, she's positively disposed to you.
Aside from the fact that I
Wonderful.
basically trapped her in a nightmare for however long.
Well, until you vanished.
I guess, I mean, there's
All
no,
she- all she's
there's
gonna
no
remember
bodily
is-
harm, I guess.
Right.
Her brain hurt a little bit.
Well, she'll have the psychic memory of it because it was a spell she can't get to because
Yeah.
nobody does that back in those days.
Well,
It wasn't
Oh my
anything
God.
like it.
I have to learn from this man.
You know what?
oh no.
Damn it.
Oh
It
no.
explains the cage right.
Oh!
The origins of the cage right philosophy had to be carried backwards in time for someone to think of it in the future. And by entrapping her in a spiritual snare.
You need to
Hey.
go back and kill Jason.
So you remember how I told you that John's the DM of DMs?
Uh-huh.
Don't
Yeah.
waste your time.
Sorry.
Why
Sorry.
do you do this?
Sorry.
Why you do this?
Why do you do this, Jace? Why do you go back there in time and do these things?
Are we calling it here?
Yeah, I think we probably should go ahead. That's, I think, a good closeout point. Those of you in the stream, thank you for watching. We greatly appreciate you being here.
Mine's better. I have wings.
And they are appreciative of you coming in at the last minute and being there, Rogram, so at least we could finish that piece out and not have to wait another week for that.
Stop.
So, thank you all, and we'll see you next time on Nycos wins the Nycos Cauldron Triumphant. Oh, and remember, like us, click the subscribe button below, and check out our Patreon. Thanks, guys.
Check out our what?